Yo, 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 what is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 553. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
Sup, people? How's it going, man?
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo, yo.
And Brian Manjoma.
What up, what up?
All right, happy TGS week for those who celebrate. It's been crazy, man. We were talking right before the show. Sometimes there's been like years when like TGS is almost a footnote because not a lot of stuff happens. This fucking year, like I'm just telling you guys right now, you're gonna get minimum a 2-hour episode tonight. So much shit happened. Everybody decided to put on a show today, or this week. So one thing I'm going to do, just because there's so much to cover, because usually what we like to do is like, if there was like a presentation, we go through every game they talk about. I'm going to go. So since we have literally 6 presentations that go through, I'm going to just pick the highlights of each. But obviously, if you guys want us to talk about a specific game, either here in the panel or in the chat, let us know. Happy to do so. But I'm going to try to focus on the highlights because there's just a lot to cover. And oh man, I was wrong. The Kojima thing's the second thing we're going to talk about. The first thing we're going to go over is the RGG Summit, the Yakuza studio. They had a nice little presentation, and what was surprising about it is now this was rumored for a while. Now it's confirmed because literally their entire show, which Manny, this one was not 2 hours, it was 30 minutes. Yakuza 3 Kiwami is coming. For you guys who don't know, the Konami games are basically like remasters, remakes, more like remakes of like the older Yakuza games. They had Kiwami 1 and 2, obviously. Now we're on 3. And what's cool, and I'm speaking personally now, this was the first Yakuza game I ever played. So I'm very happy to see that it's getting the Kiwami treatment. It's going to have, it's going to be running on the new Dragon engine, new like scenarios and shit, new missions, new voice acting, the works, They said they're adding a lot of shit. And as a matter of fact, not only are you getting like the game, the reworked game, but you're also getting an add-on to it called Dark Ties, I believe, which has like the antagonist of the game. You get to go through his story. They're even adding a new fighting mode and shit, like a new fighting style. Like they're going in. So very excited about that. They didn't talk about, because I went in there like, we're going to get that Virtua Fighter. No, Virtua Fighter got its own thing, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, I know. I'm very happy about this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read the little press release here. Continue the story of Kazuma Kiryu as he fights to protect those he cares about in an extreme remake. Well, I like that, of Yakuza 3 that evolves every aspect of the beloved game. The bustling streets of Okinawa and Tokyo come to life in stunning detail with reimagined combat taking brutal brawling action to the next level. Added scenes deliver more depth and emotion to the story with new and enhanced side experiences that immerse you in the world like never before and more. Experience a brand new tale of Yoshitaka Mine, including, he's the antagonist I talked about before, included as a separate game along with Kiryu's story in Yakuza Kiwami 3. They just go into what he does. This is crazy. Like Yakuza Kiwami alone would have been fine, but we're getting 2 games. And again, this game deserves it. If you try to play the original 3, it's dated now compared to all the Kiwami stuff. So very excited about this. What do you guys say? You're muted, Manny.
I said pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm looking at this, man, because I was watching some of this presentation. I'm like, oh, I remember that. This game was so fucking good, man. When is this dropping?
That's good news.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
And also, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of remakes we've gotten because, you and I have been paranoid. We heard about RE4, RE2 happening. Like, oh, don't fuck it up, man. I don't know, Dead Space. I don't know. You should touch it. But now I feel more confident that, at least with Japanese studios, that they can pull it off, right? That they pull it off.
Do you think, like, those Resident Evil games set the template for, like, other remakes? Like, this is how you do it?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll look forward to this one.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, I'm excited about this, but they already, just this studio alone has a good track record when it comes to these remakes. It's dropping December 8th of this year. Let's fucking go. It says that and the other games, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, Kiwami 1 and 2 are also going to be getting native versions for the Xbox, which is good. I don't know if those games were originally on Xbox before. So
I don't think they were.
Yeah, I don't think so. What's going on, Jeff? He goes, what I love about Yakuza is the serious gangster drama and you helping a kid playing a Dragon Quest knockoff. Yep. That's the best part, man. Those side missions are crazy. Dumeke, he goes, I haven't played 3 since PS3. Yep. Same for me. That was my first Yakuza experience. And obviously played, I'm like, oh yeah, this is Shenmue. It's about as close as Shenmue as you're going to get. Obviously, it's way more over the top. But it's that DNA is still there.
So are they? Because I remember the original game had Mark Hamill in it.
That was one, I believe.
Oh, okay. They didn't have. This was the one that was in purely
Japanese. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys remember, there was controversy with it because when they released it in America, they took out like some of the mini games like Mahjong because they felt the Western audiences wouldn't understand what the fuck it is. But people are like, yo, keep the shit in there. So when they re-released 3, I believe it was like 5 or 6 years ago, they put it back in, because it's like people play these games because they want basically a Japanese simulator, right? So keep it Japanese, So I'm pretty sure they're not going to fuck around with this one. Yeah, man. See, the guys in the chat are hyped too. For a lot of guys, this was their first Yakuza. It was on PS3. So good stuff. Kiwami, Blitz says Kiwami 2 in November for the Switch 2 as well. Another day one. Damn. My man, you're going to be playing a lot of Yakuza games, I'm looking forward to Logic Wins. He goes, looking forward to Kiwami 4 in 2030. Yeah, probably. He goes, I'll be in my 40s by the time all the Kiryu games get the Kiwami treatment. Well, me, Manny, and Chris will be in our 50s, so don't feel too bad. Oh, man.
Yep.
All right, man. So that's what happened at the RGG thing. I believe that was, I think they had some other stuff, but the main thing was Yakuza Kiwami 3. That was the big one, the big sure. All right, and then after that, and I'll let Manny kind of tell us a little bit about this since he actually saw it, Kojima Productions had a presentation called Beyond the Strand. Where they showed off some new stuff for OD and Fizzent. But yeah, Manny, what'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good show. I mean, though it was crazy long. It was like a 2-hour show.
Let's Kojima.
So
he loves everything's long
because Beyond the Strand, it's also it was also sort of a celebration of the 10 years. So they sort of they did like a crash course into all the how the studio came together and how he said he only had one, it was only him and four other him and 3 other employees, his assistant and Shinkawa and his producer. So yeah, it was a lot of that in there, and they bring a bunch of people on the stage to talk and stuff. But what you're really here for, what a lot of people were here for, is to see what things that they had to say about Fizzent and OD. So first he did OD, which he sort of set up that the opening of the trailer definitely is referencing PT, because PT also released 10 years ago, so it's like 10 years. It's like 10 years after, and it's like had like a cut, like edit thing on there, and then comes a new horror or whatever. So it's it was a very simple sort of thing. This where he sort of sets it up. There's some sort of ritual that needs to be performed in this haunted place, and it still doesn't give you a lot, but it looked very nice, like that first bit of footage that they showed where everybody was saying the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog back and everything. So yeah, it seems like this game is definitely sort of pulling from PT,
Yeah.
And also before this, because of it is a Microsoft game. Phil Spencer came out and he talked about
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil came out and he talked about, the 10 years, and he's like, we're committed to giving this game to everybody. So it didn't say, he didn't say day one, but if you have a PlayStation, you're probably going to be able to play this game, either, right away or, 2-3 months later.
Well, we're going to talk about this later, but there's a certain Xbox game that's one of the 3 pillar franchises getting a new installment coming to Xbox first, but they already told you it's also coming to PlayStation later. So I think that'll also happen with OD. Xbox first, I think that'll happen. PlayStation later. Because mainly I saw some people complaining like, "Oh, I wish it was an exclusive." Like, it ain't going to be an exclusive for long, baby.
No, all you need to do is just wait a few months, and then you're good to go.
That's it.
All the recent releases have come out on the year before releases have all sort of come out, and now they're coming pretty back to back. Gears of War was launched on the same day, so.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about it later. Microsoft Simulator is coming to PlayStation.
Well, it was
Microsoft Flight Simulator on PlayStation.
It was on the State of Play, by the way. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to talk about that later. So basically, OD's coming. OD's coming.
OD's coming. He doesn't say when it's going to be done. He said he did say that he was held up a little bit because of the Screen Actors Guild strike. So he's like we did. All we did was able to scan everybody, and then we weren't able to do any performance stuff until later. So, there's no time frame given, as with Kojima stuff. It's just like it'll be done when it's done. Later on, he showed just the artwork to Fizzant, and then he mentioned the actors that are going to be in it. I didn't pay any attention to the actors, so I don't know who they are. So, Tony, do you know off the top of your head of who those actors are?
Not off the top of my head, but I will look for the story that I think I was the one that reported on this over at Tom's Guide, but it's a bunch of actors that I don't know. One of them was from Eternals, I believe. Okay. And then one from Furiosa. And then the other one is from something else.
Was it Furiosa herself?
It may have been. I don't know, but it was somebody from Furiosa.
You talking about what's her name? The chess. She was in the chess TV show, right?
I have no fucking idea. I don't watch these shows, man. You're probably right though, Carlos. When it comes to TV and stuff, I defer to you, sir.
Yeah,
usually we defer to one person but
he's not here right now.
But he's at the TV terminal right now.
So, he's in the terminal.
He's in the TV terminal.
Is in the TV terminal. But yeah, I don't, so, the artwork looked nice, and what he did say was there. I mean, it just, the idea is that game is going to be a tactical espionage action kind of game, but not Metal Gear. So it's Metal Gear without being Metal Gear. Fine,
Okay, here we go. So we have Charlie Fraser, who played Mary Jabasa in Furiosa. That's one. Another one is Don Lee, who played Gilgamesh in The Eternals. And then we got Homegirl, I think the only woman in Godzilla -1. The main chick. She's in it.
Okay, so Furiosa. So okay, the guy, the second person I know. The guy that he's that big guy in that kind of the big Asian guy.
Yeah, he's the big Asian guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in it, and then Charlie Fraser. I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, she played a character called Mary Jabasa in Furiosa. Must have been a very memorable character.
Okay. Okay, that's Charlie Fraser is Chris Hemsworth's wife.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
I won't even know who that fuck that is.
It's a what is it? I forget. It's not her, but it's a different person.
It's the girl that was the sniper in the movie. If you remember that, like she was like Furiosa's like Fury mom. Anyway, yeah. And then who was the other guy? There was another guy in there, wasn't there?
No, it was 2 women and 1 guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So
yeah,
cool.
homegirl from Godzilla -1.
To be honest, I feel like there's a room like looking at the art. A lot of people are saying that that Robert Pattinson might be in Physint.
Oh, really?
They're also thinking it's
Wait, Manny, you mean Batman, motherfucker?
Batman. Oh yeah, I didn't need to draw some stuff from Mr. Davis. So so they think it's him, or they think it might be the dude who played not Mad Max and Furiosa, the guy who kind of looked a little like Snake.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, so they think that one of those two, one of them might be the main character of Physint.
Oh wait, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about Beast. He was in Mad Max. He was in Furiosa.
He isn't.
Yeah.
No, this guy literally looks like Snake. Like if you put a headband on him, he totally looks like Snake.
Oh wow.
I would suspect that if it is him, it'd probably be he likes to do those references to himself. I mean, Neil from Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean that's about it. That's all you really know. They just they had a little interview with Jeff Keighley and Guillermo del Toro, and he also made some. There's also this weird deal that he made with some AI company.
Oh no.
That they announced on there too. I have no idea what it was, but it was a weird you have those companies that they do things that you don't understand. You know what I mean?
It sounds like every startup. What do you guys do?
It's like, we're trying to introduce everyone to the world by the use of AI. I'm like, what are you doing? This just sounds like a bunch of fluff text. It sounds like you just weaseled your way into Kojima's favor because of because you threw a bunch of fancy words at him. Anyway, it was a weird trailer that they showed, and for whatever that was. But yeah, he's doing something with some AI company. They don't even say exactly what they're doing. They just say, magical words like we're going to reinvent the future and all kinds of other silliness. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of fluff words. Anyway, so yeah, that's really all that was that show. But again, like it was a 2-hour show, and the actual little game things are really like, they could have taken the Guillermo del Toro and Keighley interview and set that on its own, but he wanted to sort of get everything on stage, and as slowly but surely they've been also doing the other little tiny announcements for products and things that they're going to be doing. But yeah, that's about it for the Kojima thing.
Yeah, well, there is one last thing, and Blitz keeps bringing it up in the chat, so thank you. So Kojima's goal for OD is to scan a real ghost.
No, he didn't say he's going to skip. He didn't say no.
That's what the reports are saying.
No, he says he would like to scan a ghost.
What the hell's the difference?
He said it was more like, if that was possible, I'd like to scan a ghost. That's what he was saying.
He wants to scan a ghost.
Yeah, but whatever.
But again, my question is, what the hell is that? What does that mean?
It has nothing.
How do you scan a ghost?
It means absolutely nothing. The thing is, something he wants to do, but it's not really possible. What he did do, though, is he scanned a whole haunted place.
Yeah, and apparently he said he captured the noise the ghost was making.
Yeah, he captured some noises.
What does that mean?
I don't know. There's all kinds of noises that happen in spooky houses.
Okay, so. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Does Kojima believe in ghosts?
I would think he does.
Yeah,
he could. I mean, he throws ghosts in all of his games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he does.
He might even have all those shows that were on like History Channel, stuff like Ghost what was it? Ghost Hunters
and all that?
Yeah, all that stuff. He may have stuff like they have. Maybe maybe this is like some kind of hobby. He could have like a spirit box and little recorders, and maybe he did catch some audio, and he's like, oh,
he thinks the ghost. Remember, he specifically says he wants to capture a ghost, and he wants to win a Nobel Prize for that. For being the first person to capture a ghost. So I don't. That sounds pretty concrete to me that this dude believes in ghosts, which is like
he believes in ghosts.
Insane because ghosts aren't fucking real. But this is Kojima we're talking about.
I don't know. He's always
for OD. I want to go around all over the world where there are crazy kind of scary places. I want to scan a ghost for the first time, and I want to get an award for that.
I think it was a joke.
I think he was being dead serious.
I think, he might have like, you know how James Cameron is? He'll like make a movie and dive down to the Titanic.
Titanic for a year.
Kojima's gonna find a ghost and just stay in that house, forever.
I'm gonna live in that house between games. I'm living here.
I'm living here, man.
I guess that's how him and Guillermo del Toro sort of connect because because also Guillermo del Toro, he most definitely believes in ghosts. In fact, when he was filming that new Frankenstein film, what up, Slayer?
What's going on? Yeah, man. I mean, I'm saying, is he going to call the Ghostbusters now?
No, he is the Ghostbusters.
He is the Ghostbusters. Like you better come
put him in a proton pack and everything.
It's crazy. All right, man. Let's move on. So, Adam, how you doing, man? Before we keep going, but yeah, how you doing, man? How's the TV terminal treating you?
It's good. We hit over the 1,000.
Oh shit, let's go.
1,013. So that was a good one. We did a big push, and my buddy Lawrence on his channel had a live chat and just like, everybody, we're getting close, and then the numbers started going and people jumping in. So
I signed in with all my 20 accounts to subscribe.
There you go. You did all your 20. Right? We got Jimmy 1, Jimmy 2, Jimmy 3. I think that's
all the Euro cards.
Yeah, that's right. All of them. Euro card 1 through 8.
Exactly. All of them.
All right, man. Because Adam, the whole show is pretty much going to be Tokyo Game Show because that was the big thing of the week.
Oh, the Tokyo Game. Good. You're not talking about that Ally.
Oh, we might stick it in there. We might stick it in there. If we have time.
I got the email.
Yeah, we
fools. I mean, damn email. I hate when these get the press release emails come out because they tell you all this stuff, but they don't tell you the price. Oh, pre-orders available. Tell all your people. Listen, look at all the features. Everybody would want to know the price. They know the price is too damn high. That's it.
Yeah, but we'll say that. We'll say that for later if we get around to. We'll stick with TGS for now.
All right.
TGS.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Capcom. So I don't think they showed anything that was particularly new. That everything was a new trailer. Everything that received a new trailer, but it was all for like stuff that we already knew about. So, like I said, I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to go through stuff that, just be honest, that I'm most interested in. So, Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm reading this from IGN. Monster Hunter Wilds title update 3 and the first Final Fantasy 14 crossover is going to launch next week with a release date of September 29th. Maybe we got to stream again. We'll see. While the Final Fantasy collaboration, fall-themed Festival of Accord Dreamspell event, and more took the spotlight in today's new footage. Capcom also teased Title Update 4 with its new roadmap set to arrive in December. Monster Hunter Wild Title Update 4 is set to include more endgame content, another Festival of Accord seasonal event, and a new monster, Gagmazios. I'm not familiar with that one. Listen, just make the game harder. How about that? While we're at it. So that's cool. They had Monster Hunter stories. No one cares about that. Sea Viper from Street Fighter 4 is now in Street Fighter 6. We talked about this before, but she finally gets like a new gameplay trailer. Very cool looking. She was a very complex character to learn in 4. So I'm wondering if they're going to carry it over because Street Fighter 6 generally is not it's not a difficult game. I'm not saying they made it easier, but like. It's not like none of the characters are super complicated compared to other games. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with her. And just like you would expect, you got her new costume, they got her old costume. So good stuff there. And she is dropping October 15th. Whoa, that's a couple weeks from now. Very cool. What else? Oh, there's going to be remember Mech Zangief? He's going to be there as a skin, though,
I love the way they said, the way they said it. They're like, Mech Zangief is back from other Capcom games.
Yeah. That's funny, man.
You can't mention it. I know.
Yeah. Why can't they, though? They've released the Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
They did, but the thing is that it's not part of this promotion.
Yeah.
So they don't want to say anything Marvel connected. So that's why they'll stay away from.
That's interesting.
Like that. Yeah.
Even though they released a new trailer for the update for Marvel vs. Capcom collection, but okay.
Yeah, but they won't. They're not gonna like. They don't want that. They don't want people to associate generally associate that with this game.
Yeah.
So that's why they'll stay away. It's just marketing shit.
Like, yeah, and I get it, but it's stupid.
Stay away from you'll stay away from saying anything that sounds remotely close to it. So yeah, they literally tap danced around the only place that Mecha Zangief existed.
Yeah, he only exists in those games.
Yes.
Oh man, he's very broken too. But in Street Fighter 6, this is gonna be a skin. All right, so then we got another trailer for Pragmata. Still no release date for this fucking game. Still no release date. And you can go back a couple episodes. Me and Rich gave you our gameplay impressions. Very weird game. I don't know what to make of it, but it looks nice at least.
I mean, I'm interested in it because of the faint fact it's something new. We're not like, talking about sequels or long, standing franchises. It's something new, which I think is important to have. Like I agree. It's great to get a bunch of Resident Evils and stuff like that, but there was a point that Resident Evil and all these other titles that are all getting remade and redone didn't exist, and they were making just new games. So I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah, and so far
Capcom in the last few years have only had 2 official new games.
Oh, they had that other one. What was that name of that Kina whatever something?
The Japanese, Japanese sort of one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Path of something. Yes, yeah.
Path of whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, the other stuff here it's all stuff we know about. Resident Evil Requiem got another one. We already knew the release date for that, which is cool. And then Onimusha, obviously. Still no firm release date other than just 2026. And they also had Mega Man and Mega Man. I never heard of Mega Man Star Force. I'm not familiar with that series.
That's the Game Boy Advance.
They made it up, Adam.
Yeah, they've thrown shit.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think, but there is a whole generation of people that grew up with that version of Mega Man. That was their Mega Man.
Yeah. What was that other one? It was like Mega Man Network or something. Battle.net, yeah.
The Battle Network.
Yeah, I know some people swear by it. I'm like, I'm not even familiar with those fucking games.
Yeah, it's also a total different genre too. It's not like a side scroller.
Yeah, there's also a Phoenix Wright update. So if you're into Phoenix Wright,
so they added a bunch of fun stuff to it. Like they added all the different languages into it. So now if you have it's all languages now. You can actually listen to it in Japanese. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's like the Yakuza ones they announced. The old Yakuzas are coming back with English.
English. Yeah, Yakuza 3 is. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
I can't play those games in English, so it's got to be Japanese, man.
No, I can't.
Yeah, and I need that because when they're like, "Oh, I'm Kiryu," I don't want to hear fucking yang. I'm Kiryu Kazuma.
I'm that guy watching Squid Game with English.
Oh, I couldn't. I don't even watch Squid Game. I wouldn't do that shit.
That's it.
Yeah, listen. When it comes to anime, I'll listen to the English stuff. But when it comes to like actual real people, it needs to be in the real language. Not. Oh, look, it is Godzilla. Remember that shit?
I love it. What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? I will destroy you right now.
I love it. I love it. All day, every day.
That's it. At least for video games, you can at least sync the mouth and stuff, so it won't be weird.
No. There's one thing in here I didn't like with the Phoenix Wright update. So there's a mode. There's I call it Dean Takahashi mode.
Dean Takahashi mode.
It solves all the puzzles. It's just you watch it.
Wow!
Like, it just plays itself.
Say you don't have a lot of time, and you got to leave. Just play.
They're playing,
No, but you're supposed to solve the puzzles. That's
the whole point.
Nobody got that time.
Don't play the game. We just watch
Takahashi mode.
Maybe they rented it from fake blockbuster, and they're like, I gotta bring this shit back. Let's just play it.
Oh, they'll give the Let's Players a run for their money.
Somebody, who said that? Blitz says it's hip hop gamer mode. Fuck.
Oh no!
One of these developers needs to name it that. That'll be funny. It's like hip hop gamer mode.
Oh man, Kuel, what's going on, brother? All right, let's move on here. Now we got State of Play. PlayStation State of Play. This was yesterday, I believe.
It was.
And it was also nice and short, 35 minutes. So I'm getting all this from the PlayStation blog, but I believe it's roughly in the same order. Like I said, I'm not going to go through everything because it's just so much stuff happened at TGS, man. All right, first up, we got a new trailer for Battlefield 6. Adam, did you get to see it?
Nope.
Damn, man. You're just a Call of Duty guy. You don't give a fuck about no other game but Call of Duty, right?
I've been when it comes to shooters, I've been let down too many times.
Damn.
So many times. I'm like, oh man, this looks so good. And then I played, I'm like, oh damn, this was garbage. Why'd I waste my time with this shit? You know what, Rich? And then I call Rich up. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, you're reviewing this shit. And then I hang up.
It's a great series.
It's a great series because it's always the same shit. The trailers always look good. It reminds me of the old school Nintendo boxes. We talked about this before, where you play the game, it looks nothing like the box. It's like, oh wow, look at all this shit I can do, and then it's like beep 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 beep. I'm like, this is garbage, and that's the way I feel with the Battlefields. The trailers always look amazing, and then when you go to play, I'm like, it doesn't feel right.
This ain't duty.
It's not duty. It tries to be duty. They need to just go on their own path. They were on the right path with Bad Company 2. Just a story, co-op, destructible environments. Just keep going with that. People love that one. People still request that one, just like they request Titanfall 3. But EA, they don't speak the English. So when they hear it, they don't know what the hell's going on. They're making their own bullshit. And they just keep making these Battlefields. Nobody's asking for these Battlefields. I don't know anyone that was like, damn, I can't wait to get that new Battlefield. I can't wait till they fix that shit, and it's going to be awesome. If you know them, if you're in the chat, go ahead, say it, because I don't know these people.
Who are these people?
Right?
I haven't touched Battlefield since like Bad Company and 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's like because they keep hyping up all these other modes, whether it's a storm or it's the big conquest. Sounds good. The trailers look amazing, but when you play it, you just like, it feels hollow. It doesn't feel like tightening. Like that's the one thing with Call of Duty. People can bitch all they want, but once you get thrown in, it's like all in your face. You know where you're going, what you're doing. There's all this stuff stimulating your brain. There's like numbers popping up for XP. You did it. You're killing people. You're like, oh, it's like an overload. It might as well be an arcade machine, that you're just plugging in because it's all in your face. Did I tell you I played it on the VR?
I see the headset right behind you too.
Yeah. So what I did was, it's got the Xbox app.
Yeah.
Right. So all you gotta do is get your controller, and then it throws this big freaking 90-inch whatever size screen in front of you. Right. So I'm playing it through the cloud, X Cloud, and I almost had a seizure because I'm only talking about the whole bodysuit. I would be dead. I could say now, yo, look at my suit, and then you'll see like, yo, how's it going? Crickets, and then my wife will reply, he didn't make it because. Just playing it on that big screen, just having it in your face, you're looking around. I was having a panic attack because I'm hearing bullets fly, and I'm trying to move around and shoot, and then just dying constantly. I thought I was bad when I was just playing on the regular console on TV, and VR it's even worse. It's just too intense. Too intense.
Adam sounds like he stormed Normandy. It's like the opening scene.
Saving Private Ryan. They drop the gates and shit. He instantly just dies.
If anybody knows and they've been in the chat and they played this version called Call of Duty multiplayer, a lot of the maps are smaller. So when you get spawned in, you're instantly in the fight. You're spawned in and there's like bullets flying right past you. Sometimes you just get spawn killed and like, oh, he was spawn camping. No, you got dropped into a firefight. That's how it did it. It was like, hey, I'm here, and you're gone. So it was one of those. But man, it was intense. I still want to keep doing it, but I want to get good in that mode. I mean, it just feels like you're in the game.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but either way, the Battlefield needs to impress on that level. I'll just wait till it comes out. I just can't go base off of these trailers anymore.
That's fair. All right, couple comments here. So Fergus Mill says he can't wait to get the new Battlefield 6. So there's one.
There you go. There's one.
Yeah.
Fergus Mills.
But on the flip side, Logic Win says Battlefield 6 has a ton of potential, but I'm still more excited for Black Ops 7. That buttery smooth COD gameplay has no comparison right now.
And 4-player campaign co-op, they're bringing it back.
Oh, shit.
Can't wait. They haven't done that since Black Ops 3.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, there's Battlefield 6. Next, we got this interesting looking game called ChronoScript. Very arty looking indie game, 2D platforming. I'm just talking about because I really like the art style. Like it looks like it was like done with a pen and stuff. Very cool. Okay. Next,
it was definitely a very more Japanese presentation, by the way, for this.
Well, TGS,
because of the TGS,
you know,
right? Yeah, but it was a Japanese team that they were showing.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. We got Code Vein 2. I vaguely remember Code Vein 1. That sounds like a Riku game to me. You know,
they had that on the PSP.
Oh, is that where it's from?
It was very Animal Souls. That's what I call
it. Animal Souls. Yeah.
Animal Souls.
Yeah, so there you go. There's also Crimson Desert. Is this the first time it's coming to PlayStation? It was a PC game, if I remember correctly.
It is, but I don't think it is the first time coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, that's why I need to be corrected
isn't
here.
there another game called like Black Desert or something? I keep getting them confused because I heard this and I was like, isn't this already out?
Yeah, because right here it's and then remember I'm reading this from the PlayStation blog. When Crimson Desert launches on PS5, so maybe we're confusing it for Black Desert.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's my problem. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Desert is one that's already out. Crimson is the next one.
Yeah.
So maybe this is just them confirming it's coming out on PlayStation.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure that it was already slated for that, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, this may have been like an update or something. Brian, do you know anything about these games?
I know about Code Vein. I was excited, and then I heard that it was a Souls game, so I wasn't excited.
Another one.
You know who would know about Crimson Desert? Brett. He played Black Desert.
Yeah, I think he did.
Sure
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. Crimson Desert actually got a release date, which I think was March next year or something.
Yeah.
So it seems like 2020. Well, are we going to talk about 2026 being just stacked yet, or are we saying that until at the end of the show?
You can say whatever you want. Have no restrictions here.
Well, okay. When Tony reads off the date, then you know that next year is going to be stacked. Because again, next year is also the year that game comes out.
Oh shit, that's true. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I saw a lot of games that are dropping specifically in February, so maybe they're trying to steer clear. All right, so next up we have Deus Ex Remastered. Brian, that's also coming out next year as well, but it's coming out in February. So we have a launch date. So yeah, remastered graphics, all that good stuff. I never played these games because obviously it was on PC. I didn't have a PC growing up, so that'll be cool to check that out. Okay, so this next game, Riku lost his mind. He told me that himself. Like he was like, I learned this is actually his second favorite game of all time.
It's the Trails in the Sky?
I guess so. But yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3 is getting remastered. And yeah, Riku, I'm not exaggerating. Riku is hyped as fuck. He said he lost his shit. He loves those. Yeah, but like I think this is the Dynasty Warriors game where the franchise became what it's known for. Just you hacking away at 50,000 dudes and shit. So there you go.
We were hyped for Riku on the Discord.
Yeah, right. Riku. Yeah, I know they were, right? Like Riku. So Riku's a happy man, right? He's playing Trails in the Sky. He's getting this remaster. But there's a slight caveat here, Brian. Unreal Engine 5.
No, that shit broken.
So we'll see about that.
It'll be interesting because to see what they do with it. I mean, the one thing about it is that there's whenever these you say Unreal Engine 5, they don't actually talk about the back end, right? So there's two ways to use a game engine. There's one where you fully develop in that game engine, or there's another way where you essentially use the game engine as your as the thing that puts the graphics on the screen. So you already have an engine that's running in the background, and then you just have Unreal Engine, or you'll have an engine like Unity running the graphics on top of it. So what are they doing? Are they going to be running the original Dynasty Warriors in the background, kind of like the way Metal Gear Solid and Demon Souls and Shadow of the Colossus, or are they totally redoing it?
Yeah, we don't know.
I suspect that they're probably just going to take that dirt old game and just essentially have it, essentially port the original portion of that original engine, and then just have Unreal running the graphics on top.
Yeah, could be. Either way, I'm not going to play it, so I don't care. I don't really care for these games. All right, next up, got a new PlayStation controller. It's Kratos themed PlayStation controller.
A lot of people got very, very like, whoa. This is not like, Dad of War Kratos. This is Kratos.
Yeah, you don't see a beard on the controller.
You don't see the beard on the controller, or you don't see all those like Norse mythology like symbols and stuff all over it. So this is legit like a Kratos controller.
Yeah. So maybe it's a prelude. Maybe it's a prelude to something.
A lot of people are suspecting that this is a sideways announcement about a God of War, trilogy remastered.
Well, by the way, the rumors of the next God of War taking place in Egypt sprung up again. It seems to happen every year now. Oh, they're going to Egypt because they probably played God of War 1. Remember, they teased all this shit.
Man, they teased the modern.
They did.
Fucking
the modern God of War game.
Yeah.
There's a whole generation of kids that only know Dad of War.
Yeah.
They don't know any of the old ones. So to them, this is like, oh wow, they're going back. This is going to be new. This is all new.
Yes, to make the controller was okay, I think that explains it. This controller was made to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the series, so it makes sense that it looks like the original Kratos. All right, so there you go. I think that's what it is. It's not really that it's a remake, remaster is coming. It's just like this is paying homage to the original game that came out 20 years ago. And yes, it's not estimated. It actually was 20 years ago. I remember when that shit first came out. That's crazy.
People know. Come on, they know what they're doing.
Yep. That's crazy. All right, next up we got Gran Turismo 7. I believe this is like a update. Is that what this shit is?
It's got some new stuff.
Yeah, let me read this real quick. Kazunori Yamauchi, obviously the producer of the series, joined us at State of Play to announce that as of June 2025, the series has sold 100 million units globally. To celebrate, GT7 owners can enjoy a Spec 3 update for the game coming this December, billed as the biggest update to the title yet. It includes new features and content, including 2 brand new F1 race circuits, 8 new vehicles, circuit experience, data logger features, and more. Cool. All right, so if you're into Gran Turismo, there you go. All right, we got a Halloween game. It's kind of like the Dying Light, or the Friday the 13th. That type of deal. 13th,
yeah.
What do they call those? Asymmetrical. Oh, Brian, it's another one that's coming out 2026, by the way. Go ahead, Manny. What are you going to say about Michael Myers?
Well, yeah, it's just all it is just the Halloween franchise with that sort of asymmetrical thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's developed by the same studio that did the Halloween. Did the Friday the 13th game though. But it could be.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
In it, they attempt to explain how Michael Myers is able to appear almost anywhere.
Yeah,
he turns into like a weird ghost, at least so in the game, so that you don't see him, and then he could just pop up behind you, which is weird. I guess they're what is it, channeling? Was it the Curse of Michael Myers? Curse?
Yeah, that's right.
He's some sort of
Yeah, the whole Celtic thorn golem that he's supposed to be. This weird shit.
Yeah. All right. I'll skip a couple of these games here. We'll get to Wolverine for later. All right. So I teased earlier in the show, Microsoft Flight Simulator Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to PlayStation 5, people. The console war's dead. The console war's dead.
It was even more obvious this time around, because last time it was just like, Microsoft just announced that the Gears of War is coming out. No, there's legitimately a Microsoft trailer in the PlayStation, showcase.
Yeah.
State of play.
Hey, Brian, also 2026. Which is hilarious.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. But Brian, here's what's funny. The official name of this game is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
Oh, it's not 25.
Yeah. It's the current one.
No, it's the old one. Because
did they update it? Because isn't it like, don't they come out with these games like every 4 or 5 years or something?
No, they came out with one and then they came out with like another
You'll
one.
know this is a new one if it comes with Top Gun, because the new one, the most
is the new one called 2025?
Remember?
I don't know anymore.
I thought it was just the latest one is 2024 because that's the last one. Flight Simulator. Things I don't care enough. Yeah, it's the latest one, Brian. It looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So there you go. Let me go back to this. Next up, we have Neo 3. Brian, also coming out 2026. February, another February game. So if you like Neo, there you go. I think Riku's excited for that. He says that's the only Souls game he's going to play now. All right. We got more hardware. PlayStation Pulse speakers for your, desktop speakers.
Your computer.
Pretty cool. Oh,
your computer.
Again, PlayStation put this in a weird order because this was the first game they started with. Saros, which is it's from the Returnal people. And it's basically Returnal with a guy.
AKA
Eternal. Yeah, it's basically Eternal, Also 2026. March. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
The first couple of seconds of that trailer legit looked like Gears of War. I was like,
you were like, dude.
This is. They did the roadie run.
Yeah, he did.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, it's Gears. But then, I think they showed House Mark or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was before or a little bit after, but yeah, afterwards it's like, oh yeah, this is Returnal.
Yeah. So if you like Returnal, you'll probably like this game. I know better. Don't mess with this game because Returnal kicked my ass. All right, Mega Man's coming to Sonic Racing, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I like.
They've been doing They've been doing crossovers with the comics for years now, so finally they actually did cross them over.
Yeah.
Fun.
What I liked about the trailer was they had a remix version of Wily's Fortress from Mega Man 2, which is pretty cool. Also coming in 2026. At least a DLC. The game's out now, I believe. All right, what else do we have here? Does anybody care about 7 Deadly Sins?
No.
No, I don't care. All right, we got to talk about Wolverine. Obviously, we got to, I'm going to reserve a little bit of excitement, but so far, from what I saw from this trailer, this looks kind of legit. It looks like they're just ripping off X-Men Origins, which is exactly what I want. I just want,
literally,
yeah.
I was like looking at this trailer and they're like, hey, look, Mystique's in it. And I'm like, okay, that's X-Men Origins Wolverine. Hey, look, a Sentinel's in. Oh, that's X-Men Wolverine. Wolverine has a big battle in a bar. That's X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Well, I love it how they're like taking credit, like, oh, look at this brutality. I'm like, yeah, we've seen this before.
Yeah.
Yes,
you've never seen a Wolverine. Yes, I have seen a Wolverine game like this.
We have a healing. They didn't talk about his healing system, but they did show it in there.
Yeah.
So it's like it's gonna probably be the same thing where you could chop the shit out. You could shoot holes into Wolverine. You probably could see his fucking skeleton underneath, just like in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. So listen, I'm happy. Just rip it off. Think about it. Like Spider-Man was pretty much an homage to the Spider-Man 2 from the PS2.
It's literally Spider-Man 2, the game. Like they just took. It's the Dr. Octopus plot, all that other stuff. Like it was a lot of it was like taken from that game. So okay, so they just said, all right, we're just gonna make a modern a remake of that X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I mean, and they knew what they were doing. There's even like a little Easter egg with balloons, so it's like they know. But yeah, no, this looks really. Again, you're seeing fucking limbs flying, Wolverine stabbing motherfuckers in the head. I'm like, okay, this is good shit. Again, we'll see. I know who I am. A little concerned about the writing. This is modern Insomniac now. But like, I like how he says, he goes, I want 90s Wolverine. That's what I was in 20s Wolverine. Yeah, no, I get it, but so far what we've seen looks pretty legit. It's violent as fuck, which is good, Chris, what do you think about this?
Well, I'm more in the wait and see mode because I some of the leaks, I didn't like what I was hearing.
Yeah.
And I noticed this presentation, this whole behind the claws and then the trailer was very polished. You notice how they just show Wolverine. It's all focused on him. They show like little clips like, oh, you see Mystique, or you see
I think you play as her. There was a clip where it's like behind her back. I'm like, I think you get how like they did that show with Mary Jane and other characters.
I'm worried about that. I don't, because I hate that force shit. Like the Mary Jane missions in Spider-Man 2 really pissed me off. It was so ridiculous. And it's so OP. It's like Spider-Man's having trouble fighting Kraven's hunters, and yet she has a taser and she's taking them all out.
Yeah.
Right? Sneaking around. So stupid. So I don't want that shit. And I'm like, I don't know how much of it is bait and switch. So I'm like, I'm a little wary. And I'll wait and see. And like, man, it's like, man, I do like that they took the brutality. If you copied X-Men Origin Wolverine, fine. But don't think that you invented that. That shit was already available to us. But I want to see. I want to play as Wolverine. I want to see a good fucking story beginning to end, and I don't want any messaging or all this shit. Like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know. I saw a couple of people from Firewalk have ended up on the Insomniac team and worked on this game, so I'm a little concerned.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I said I'm cautiously optimistic. The trailer looked good, but like you said, we got to be wary of the bait and switch. But yeah, we'll see. But at least I got the violence part down, so that's good. And then also dropping in 2026, by the way, fall 2026. Yeah, fall. So we got a while. That's beyond GTA, so we don't got to worry about that.
That's this time next year.
Yep. Pretty much. That's probably going to be their. How like Yote is dropping right now. Basically, this is going to fill that slot. Anybody else want to say anything about Wolverines? All right, I'm going to take that as a no.
You got to do your striker voice.
What was it? It was like, what was it? It's like, adamantium, you gotta make it hot.
Gotta keep it liquid.
Gotta make it hot. Gotta keep it liquid.
Oh man, I remember that.
Yeah, is Wolverine going to have? Is most of this game going to be in a flashback?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is he going to fight the Blob in a supermarket?
I was joking. Like when he gets to Martyport, he needs the whole patch outfit, the white tuxedo. On the iPad,
yeah, let's go.
Just casino games, like it could just be gambling. I'll just play blackjack as Wolverine.
That would actually be kind of cool.
But Sabretooth is definitely in it, right?
We don't know. Omega Red is in it. Omega Red is in it.
Omega Red.
So that's pretty cool.
They showed a third version of Omega Red. So
yeah,
I'm sure they redesigned him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was very different looking. All right, next up. What's up, Manny?
Also, slight funny thing. So they get yet another. The character in the game looks kind of like Hugh Jackman, and they got an Australian guy to play him.
Yeah, I noticed that. They love doing that.
They love doing that. It's like that original version of Spider-Man where he was like an amalgam of a bunch of Spider-Men.
Yeah.
So he looked a little like Toby, he looked a little bit like Andrew, and he looked a little bit like the other one. So
Chris, one thing I saw in the trailer that did give me a little bit of hope. they were actually like leafing through Wolverine comics. I'm like, oh, are they allowed to do that again? Because remember, they were not allowed to do that for a while.
Oh yeah, you can look at the source material.
No, that was for the movies.
Yeah,
that was not the games.
But still, like that was like a thing that was going around. It's like don't bother with the source material. This is your character. You're gonna do what you're gonna do with them.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, technically 3. First one is, will there be costume, I guess, degradation?
Oh yeah, there should be, right? Like Wolverine Origins had it.
Exactly, and it was like a 20-year-old console. So, what's the excuse there if they don't?
Well, they should be able to, right? We saw him in different outfits in the trailer.
Yeah,
right? He had the flannel and the cowboy hat. He had his like yellow, blue and yellow outfit. They should have all the outfits in there.
Yeah, but he's talking about like the well, you see it degrade with battle damage. You know?
Oh, like as he gets stabbed and shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Second question is, do you think that there'll be a crossover with Spider-Man?
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah, Brian, remember how they said they were working on a Venom DLC? What if they decided to throw Venom in this game? Who the fuck knows?
Well, isn't Tony Todd gone now?
Well, they gotta get somebody else, you know. It doesn't have to be Tony Todd.
It's got to be Tony Todd.
Nah, they could get somebody else.
Yep. And final question, and this is by far the most important one.
Yeah.
Did they actually hire someone to do the box art this time?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. All right, so there's Wolverine. I know a bunch of guys in the chat are very excited about that. All right, so move on here. The next one, this one's really more for me. There was a Virtua Fighter Direct, and I actually looked around right now. Nobody covered this correctly. They did a bunch of stories on like, you know, what to expect, but nobody actually did a follow-up. Just annoying. So, Adam, I'm going to do something you're going to approve of. I'm going to read the email. You know,
there you go, get the emails.
Yeah. So, because this presentation, I didn't get to see it, but apparently it was the same situation, Manny, as the Kojima one. It went on for a long time, so people were like kind of annoyed by it. I just read the email, like, oh, that sounds dope, but I only had to read a 1-minute email, not sit through an hour-long presentation. You know.
So yeah, were they just filling up time with like a bunch of like little like, oh, we have bought out this guy. I'm like, okay, why is he here?
So basically, I think one of the reasons people were annoyed is because they didn't have any new gameplay. It was all the same stuff. But we finally got to learn about some of the new battle mechanics. So you're gonna have a standard mode, which is basic Virtua Fighter mode, where it's like three rounds to win, and then have something new called Uprising. It says it's a completely new battle rule that introduces dynamic momentum shifting opportunities, offering a new gameplay concept that stands apart from standard rules. They don't go into detail about them. Like, oh, what the fuck does that mean? You know? We saw this in the original trailer, not the last trailer, where like Sarah had like a red thing, like on her face or something. Then when Akira punched it, it looks like an explosion happened. So in this game, if you keep attacking the same part of the body, it'll keep taking cumulative damage. Then you could do like a break move and to really like kind of blow them up and stuff. And it doesn't heal in between matches. So if your character gets fucked up, apparently like an arm or whatever, in round one, it's going to carry over. That very Bushido blade-ish too, which is kind of interesting. So that's new. That's never been done in Virtua Fighter 4, where it's like the limbs keep taking damage. There's also something called Stunner.
You can do that in the wrestling games again.
Wrestling game, yeah. That could be it, yeah.
And they show like the body limit and you guys limping because they've been working on his leg or whatever.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Because
Tony,
what's up?
What
Brian?
you're saying is that you can hit the weak point for massive damage.
Yes, hit the weak point for massive damage. There you go. Or hit weak points to create massive damage.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. You don't remember that E3, Adam? Hit the weak point for massive damage.
I know, but I mean, it seems so obvious.
I know, right? It's hilarious.
Like to go and say that. I was like, boy.
Hilarious.
This is what was it like? This is the most very historically accurate. And here's a giant enemy crab.
I remember that was great. This game, we're emphasizing historical realism. Here's a giant enemy crab. And that was the same one. Hit the weak point for massive damage. So yeah, we have something else called Stunner and Stun Combo. It says introducing a new strike technique called the Stunner. This system unlocks a fresh combo mechanic that emphasizes fluidity and realism without requiring complex inputs. So I'm guessing that's like something to make combos a little easier, because Virtua Fighter, there's just so much shit got to keep track of. So that's cool. And then something called, okay, so this is something we've seen and I talked about this many times, where in normal fighting games, when your character blocks and they get hit, they kind of just go back a little or whatever. They just stay still. But in this one, we saw them like doing all this crazy shit, like deflecting blows. So that actually has a name. It's called the Flow Guard. And it says a stylish new defensive mechanic. The Flow Guard system emphasizes fluid motion and visual flair, working in tandem with the break and rush systems. It introduces dynamic shifts in offense and defense across a variety of combat situations. So, like, basically, when you're doing this stuff, like, you kind of see, like, it looks like blue lightning or blue mist and stuff. So I'm wondering if that builds up to anything, or, like, can you use that as, like, part of the guard crushing and shit? Pretty wild stuff. And this game does have some juggling, but it seems like they're toning it down, which I think is good. Leave the juggling for Tekken. Let Tekken handle that stuff. I don't think Virtua Fighter should be dabbling too much in that, because I'm like, if you want to make it realistic, real people aren't balloons. When you punch them, they don't just stay in the air for 5 seconds so you can just go nuts. It's like you hit them and they fall down. So I'm glad they're kind of de-emphasizing juggling. There probably still will be some juggling, but like I'm like, let Tekken have the juggling. You don't need to do that.
I think it's worse than the Dynasty Wars. You could juggle like 50 to 100 people in the air. Like, they're all in these.
Yeah, I know. You're right. It's like, bro, what are we doing? You're juggling 50,000 dudes.
Control.
Yeah. Jeff says Stunner, I believe, is ground-based combos that is an alternative to air juggles. That's good. Yeah. Again, I don't mind some juggles. It's still a fighting game. You want to have some fun, but don't go. Leave it for Tekken. Tekken does that masterfully, Game journalist guard, you're crazy, Coel. So, Brian, no date on this one. I don't even think it says 2026. So, who knows? But you know me, man. I've been waiting for Virtua Fighter forever. Ever since Throwdown has been on, bro. I've been yelling about this fucking franchise. So it's coming, All right, and then the last TGS thing we're going to talk about for now, and it looks like we probably will be able to squeeze in some of the other stories, which is good. We're probably making good time because Brett isn't here. Shout out to Brett. All right, so now we're going to do Xbox. They had their big presentation this morning. So I'm reading this from IGN, so I don't believe this is in an exact order. But like I said, I'm going to just go through the highlights. I'll skip some of the stupid stuff. As we already teased before, Forza Horizon 6 is coming to, it's coming to Xbox first in 2026, and it's going to Japan. So pretty cool stuff there.
Is it coming to Xbox first within like a week, 2 weeks? What's the time? Because remember, that's one of the things you were wondering if they're going to do it like Indiana Jones.
It's going to be more like Indiana Jones. It's probably going to come like 6 months later to PlayStation. Right. But yeah, I don't know if the trailer. Let me see how much the trailer showed. I don't remember. Then again, I didn't get to watch this presentation. But
and wasn't much from.
You're right.
What I remember, it was like just like a tracking shot of different plates of different regions of the previous games, which I thought was like really cool idea. And then Japan, and then of course Mount Fuji. Question is, who's going to make that joke first?
You will.
No, I won't. I think Carlos will make the joke first.
But it's going to be like Yakuza Reckless. Do you remember that game?
I don't. I don't remember that.
And that was the problem. People were like, oh, well, when you go to Japan, the streets are small, they're narrow. There's really not a lot of the open road. So racing is very compact. We saw that even in Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
Remember when they tried to do the
I never played that game either, so yeah.
What? Go play that tomorrow. It's an awesome game.
I know about it, though.
It's so good. But the streets, yeah, you're in the car and you're trying to race around, but in narrow. Or even if you play any of the Yakuza games, I mean, they joke that's narrow streets, but they are. They're just not as wide. So to have a racing game take place there, it has to be the countryside. It can't be really in the city areas because there's the streets just aren't like that.
Brian, are you talking about who's going to make the obvious Tokyo Drift joke? Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody has to do it. You know, like
nobody saw that.
That movie was great, man. I like that one. But yeah, so that's dropping. Next year, like we said, coming to PlayStation 2. So that's cool. Because the Forza Horizon games have always been like huge and shit. So I'm wondering, like, is it going to be like all of Tokyo or something, or all of Japan? Fuck that. Let's go ham. We're next gen, right? So that'd be cool. So yeah, anybody excited for this? All right, guessing not.
I am part excited.
Yeah,
I'm to see if they carry over the whole season things from 4, the one in England, where like you could like have the lakes freeze over. So I wonder if they'd carry that over.
That would be cool.
I'm sure that, they're like I'm sure Japan has lakes.
Oh yeah,
I just don't know.
I mean, I saw somebody posted footage of Ghost of Yote, which takes place in Japan, and homegirls riding her horse over a frozen lake. So do that with a car, you know? All right, so we got that. Here, Adam, here you go. You get excited over this. Call of Duty. It also has maps in Japan. I don't know if you saw that, which is interesting. I'll read this again from IGN. Black Ops 7 will feature 2 maps set in Japan, and they were both showcased during the Xbox's TGS stream. Toshin was first up, and it looks like to be set in 2035 Tokyo. Is this game in the future? Is it another future game? Furthermore, it will combine well-defined lanes and some really fun set pieces, including a cat cafe, a karaoke bar, and a crash train. Because, of course, Dennis, the second one, will offer a, quote, different vibe. This map is set in the countryside outside of Tokyo and centers around a Japanese castle that's been repurposed as a guild base. All right, Adam, sorry, are you excited to play in Japan?
Doesn't matter. It's all a blur because it's just looking down the sight. I don't give a shit what's around in my field. It's just if it's in front of me, it has to die. So I don't care. That's the thing. It's all about the gameplay, the scenery. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because unless something interacts, like they said with the train and stuff, if that comes by, or if we're playing multiplayer and you got to watch out for the train, or you could jump on the train and fight on the train on the map. Like they have that in Fortnite. There's a train that goes around and you can fight on the train, and it's just there. Or jump off the train. That'd be cool if they added something like that. But it's visually that's always cool, but it's a gameplay. It's a gameplay. It doesn't matter. Like when they say, "Oh, kill people in a karaoke bar, kill people in a cafe," who gives a shit? Kill them everywhere. It's all the same. You know. I mean, I feel like I've already done the cafe. I think it was like 2 Call of Duties back. There was a shootout in front of a cafe. You know, we've done sewers. You name it. Boats, submarines. People die everywhere on jet skis. It was a Modern Warfare 2, just going down a hill shooting. I'm okay with that. I just want to play Call of Duty. It's the gameplay that pulls people in. I don't think they really give a shit.
Yeah. Jeffrey says Horizon should have something wild like racing down Mount Fuji while a giant lizard attacks. Well, think about it like this. Why not have that in Call of Duty? They already had a Godzilla collaboration. So if you have Japanese maps, throw Godzilla in that bitch. Let's go.
Or a volcano erupting or something like that.
Yeah, they could do that. So, yeah. Uh-oh.
I have a question for you.
Oh, shit.
Is this it?
Is this the one? It's not. Uh-oh.
Not yet. I mean, you got to play it. You can't say it just off of just.
Well, you've done it. You've done it.
You've made a living out of saying it before they come out.
Yeah, this is it.
No,
This is it.
No, because the only one that I said was it when it came to the Call of Duty is when they added the third person, the over the shoulder view. And then they did a whole mosh pit, which is like their map sequence. I'm like, oh, this is it. They're finally incorporating third person. They were putting scans on, and then they killed it. They're like, nah, forget it.
I'm calling. I say you're busting out a Luray in this.
I was thinking the same thing. You've said it for many Call of Duties. It's become
You said it for the outer space one until you rescinded that after it came out.
I
This
never
is
said
it.
about Outer Space
This
was
is
the
the one.
worst one. That was the worst one. Infinite? No, that was horrible.
And I think that joke started after that game. Like for 3 Call of Duties in a row, you're like, this is it. This is the one.
This is it.
The one that I definitely thought was it, and I was just
They finally bring in campaign. This is it.
No. Campaign was always there. Besides Black Ops 4 when they took it out, that was bullshit. I did not like Black Ops 4. That wasn't even really Black Ops 4. That was some bullshit. Because remember they did Blackout. That was where they were doing that Royale, and they're like, "Oh, we screwed up on the campaign. We couldn't even make this shit. No, here's a bunch of zombie modes."
That's funny.
That was whack. That was whack.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we could go through some of these kind of relatively quick. That Chinese girl from Eternals is in the James Bond game. So there you go. Gemma Chan, I believe her name is. So she's in it. Ninja Gaiden is coming October 21st. And it says that after you beat the game, there's gonna be a harder mode because the game's not going to be hard enough, apparently. I always find that funny. I'm like, you playing a game that's already fucking brutal. It's like, here's a more brutal, harder mode. I'm like, bro, normal mode is fucking me up.
I mean, there's very few games that I can play that hurts my hand. And
yeah.
It's those Ninja Gaiden games because you're playing all the combos and the same thing. We're still juggling dudes in the air.
Yeah.
Trying to get that S ring. And your thumb is all bent. Like, you know, it's still playing. Like, shit, no.
Yeah, what if you're playing in VR with a haptic suit, though, Adam?
I'll be having a seizure in the back. The shit. I'm like, oh. No, man.
Yeah, but yeah, Ninja Gaiden. I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoy those games, but they are hard.
And this one's Platinum is helping with this one, right?
I believe so. So
they're actually developing it.
Oh,
so they're doing the whole thing.
You know that's going to be hype.
I think Brian's going to like it.
Damn. More Monster Hunter stories. We talked about that already. So this one's interesting. Bruce Lee is going to be in Hitman. Like, okay, how does that work? Is this game taking place in the 70s? Like,
and it has to be. It has to be that maybe he's doing. Was it the Chinese Connection? Remember where he played the phone operator? Or something? It's got to be something like that, where they just say, you know what, we're running out of ideas. Let's just grab like historical or from movies, historical movie scenes of people undercover, and just add that into the game. Yeah, that's all I can think of. That you're playing that portion. They can't really say it because of legal reasons, but they're like, "Oh, you're doing something similar." Because what other time did Bruce Lee go undercover? That I've seen a lot of Bruce Lee's, and he was just Bruce Lee kicking ass. He wasn't really hiding his appearance.
Yeah, it says Lee will play a character named Agent Lee, a character trying to infiltrate the Concord Union in Hong Kong. The mission called the Infiltrator. Hong Kong. The Infiltrator will take place at the Himapan Hotel in Bangkok, where the Concord Union is hosting a secret international martial arts tournament. Oh, some Street Fighter? Agent Lee needs to win this tournament and identify the leader, the Concord Union. And he needs Agent 47 to help him do so. There will be new mechanics to help 47 be the ultimate protector, which is a change from his usual mission. So there you go. Bruce Lee's in this.
But then they have to really change the mechanics because Agent 47, he doesn't
fight.
He doesn't do the fisticuff. I mean, no. I'm not sold on it. Sounds like a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like a gimmick.
It's not the one.
No.
Yeah, I agree with Adam because they paid a lot of money to get the rights.
The rights, yeah.
So
Jeff, there you go. He goes, if we get Bruce in Hitman, I want Bolo in Yakuza. That'd be dope, man. When Bolo showed up in the movie, you knew shit was about to get real, man. You know, remember him in Bloodsport?
Bloodsport.
The only way I would be hyped for Hitman with Bruce Lee is if they put Chris Tucker on that
game.
Oh man, what was the Chow Yun Fat? What was it that it was almost like a Max Payne like?
Well, hard boiled.
Stranglehold.
Oh, Stranglehold. Yeah, that was like
Stranglehold.
the game.
That was
Stranglehold.
where you would dive and then you get on the table and it's sliding. I mean, come on, do that. Add that with Bruce Lee. You get a whole Bruce Lee game. Cut the whole Hitman part out. Let's go with a full Bruce Lee, just kicking ass with all that sliding around. In fact, nope. Cut Bruce Lee out. That's it. Jackie Chan, Super Cop. Make Super Cop the game. I want that. Just grabbing different chairs and something, doing all kinds of craziness, swinging off his shit, grabbing a bottle, smashing.
He did have a game.
He had a few
No,
games.
I
I
think I get what Adam's saying, right? You need a fight system that does all the crazy shit from his movies, where he's like diving through like step ladders and then flipping them around, using them as a weapon. Yeah, all that crazy stuff. I would love that.
That's it. Make it. Somebody make it. Do it.
Now I'm thinking about that one scene from Rush Hour. I've been waiting for your sweet and sour chicken ass. You don't get shit like that anymore, man. What's he saying? I can't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Which one of you hit me?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, those movies were great. All right, Microsoft Simulator. We already know about that. They're remaking a Gungrave game from 2002, I believe. So
they talked about this game already. This game, this was been talked about for a while now.
Yeah, well, it's coming to Xbox, so maybe that's the big deal here. All right, who cares about Age of Mythology? There's some new Dragon Quest 1 and 2 content. Fatal Frame. Does anybody here play those games or care about Fatal Frame?
That's the one with the camera, right?
Oh, Rich,
the camera.
It's a great series.
Yeah. Oh,
it's the camera.
Maybe Hideo Kojima has that camera.
Yeah, he can take pictures of the ghost.
What do they call it? Isn't it called the Camera Obscura?
The Camera Obscura or something like that.
Yeah. There you go, Kojima. Go talk to these developers. They know how to photograph ghosts.
Yo, get this camera. It's golden.
The photograph game.
I saw that Xbox sent out a message. They sent out a tweet and all this stuff about the Kojima game. They said, that's happening.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Well, they've talked about it for a while now. Every single time a firing, they start letting go studios, they have to reiterate that they're still making Fizzins.
That's right. Or OD for Xbox, you mean?
Or OD, excuse me. Sorry, yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah. No, we were just earlier we were talking about it because Kojima, his goal for I don't know for that game, but his goal is to take a photo of a ghost and then win an award for doing that. Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's going to do that with that new mysterious AI system that he's got going.
Stupid.
Oh.
Or maybe if a ghost, take a picture of Uncle Phil because that dude ain't going to be around much longer with the way this fucking company is running.
Is looking weird. He is looking so like emaciated.
He's burnt out. He's burnt out. I
hope he doesn't have something, if you know what I mean.
Nah, it's a stressful job, man, and I'm sure it's too much for one person. I feel like that's the thing when we have these positions like, oh, he's a CTO, COO. I think they need like They need like 2 or 3 people.
What about Sarah Bond? Ain't she helping?
No, she's
Mad Booty. Where you at, bruh?
Aaron Greenberg is
busy. Greenberg, man, we'll put down them burgers and help.
She's busy not saying anything. That's what she's doing.
That's it. It's too much.
It's probably doing them favors. To be honest. The whole thing with damn, what were we talking about?
We're talking about Fatal Frame, Kojima taking photos of ghosts.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention. Kojima is obsessed with ghosts and credit cards apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a Kojima Productions credit card. Weird. Who is that? Oh, and the sake. I forgot that. The Kojima Productions sake. The fuck?
Which one of y'all hit me? I got that stuck in my head. Which one of y'all hit me? Because you see a foot just come out of nowhere. Oh man. Remember they go to the room filled with the women. Ooh, I would take that one.
He took a lot.
Yeah, he did. I'm like, shit, let's go. Lee. Every time he says something, he said it Lee. Oh man. All right. Next up we got Suda 51 dropped by to talk about Hotel Barcelona. I don't even know what the fuck this game is. Manny,
That's
do you know?
crazy game that they showed at the other thing.
Yo, man, what's the other thing?
Is it the
It
one
was
where
it
the
was
guy
at the
gets
state of
killed
play.
and then he gets
Yeah.
injected with something? He becomes this wacky looking like robot man. He has this crazy head.
You can slow down
Is it that
bullets.
game?
That you could throw the bullets back at people, or
Yeah.
I'm looking at the trailer now because none of that sounds familiar. What the hell is this? What the hell am I looking? It's some guy called Swery65. This looks like a 2D action game.
yeah, I don't know.
It's like a 2D side-scrolling action game.
To that other game, because I know what Manny's talking
Yeah,
about.
this is
but I didn't remember the name of it.
This is a 2D side-scrolling action game that's very violent looking because Suda51. Okay, I don't really have anything to say about that, so we'll move on. Oh, they showed more of that shitty looking Double Dragon game. The graphics look terrible. I don't know what Animo gameplay showcases. We don't know what the fuck that is. Winterboro, that sounds stupid. I don't know what that is. What is all this junk at this show? Project Winterbane, I don't know what the fuck that is. Who cares?
Well, maybe read it and see find out what Project Winterbane is.
It's maybe a good game.
We were treated to another look at Project Evil Bane, an upcoming 4-player co-op action RPG that will have players fighting for humanity against a threat unlike anything that's seen before. That's very descriptive.
That's very generic.
Yeah, very generic.
But
Yeah.
at least it's 4-player campaign co-op.
Let me see what kind of game this is.
Sounds like a border. Not a border.
It's medieval shit though.
Gate.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate, but with campaign with.
This
co-op.
looks like it's either Chinese or Korean. Very attractive looking women, if you know what I mean.
Party in the pants.
Yeah. Oh, it's CG though, so
that means it's a must buy.
yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. This looks generic as fuck. All right. Okay. So next up, these don't even have trailers, so I'll skip all that. Star Sand Islands. Who I don't know what that is. Sudden Strike brings strategic World War II action to Xbox in 2026. All right. And then the last game we have here is I'll just read this. Terminal Brigade. They spelled it all weird. Terminal Brigade gets a Neon Genesis Evangelion crossover and Xbox release. I don't even know what the fuck Terminal Brigade is. You know, it must be one of these Korean
it must be
games.
Anime games, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, so it's getting a Evangelion crossover. All right, that's very anticlimactic. That sounds
like what you doing, Xbox?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see this shit.
Trying to cater to a different audience. That's why maybe we don't know about it, but there could be a bunch of people out there like, yes, finally, Brigade.
Yeah,
we don't know. It was like that when they did. I always remember. Was it Blue? What was it? Blue Dragon. And it was some showcase, and they're like, and we got Blue Dragon. I was like, I don't give a shit. I remember going online, and this is when Dig was around and all those other.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I love it. They're like, this is amazing. They're finally making games. I'm like, delete. I don't need this.
You don't like RPGs though, so you know.
But that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So somebody was excited. I mean, for them to show it off at the last one, they were trying to appease some group.
Well, you know, the big deal was that it was the creator of Final Fantasy that did that.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah. I just remember
both of
Rocket
those
playing it and picking up poop. There was like poop you had to pick up, and you can get resources.
The fuck?
That was in Blue Dragon. Yeah, you walk around, it's like, oh, what's that? Pick up poop, and then you find some goodies and stuff like this. Is dumb.
Gotta find the goodies.
All right,
in the poop.
All right, so that's all the TGS stuff we have for now, but there's going to probably be more. So make sure you hit us up for the question show for anything else we didn't cover. But since we still have some time here, let us get into some other, because this was if we didn't have TGS, this would have been a stacked show regardless. I'll be kind of picky here with some of this stuff, but the main one we got to talk about is the nuclear bomb that dropped tonight. After months and months of waiting, we finally know how much the Asus ROG Xbox Ally will cost. And Carlos, you and I were off by $100 for both.
No, for one of them.
No, both. Oh, no, you're right. For one of them, yeah.
$599.
Yeah, you're right.
Cheapest one.
Yeah. So yes, the entry level one, $599. The high end one, which we thought was going to be $899, is $999. But here's the interesting part: if you look at the the European pricing, it's $200. You know, for lack of a better term, $200 less for each of them. You know, which is lets you know it's like in this case, it looks like the tariffs are affecting shit. You know, but $9.99 is still cheaper than the Lenovo one. That's $13.99. That's sold out.
Lenovo.
You know, so it's like, you know, I don't know if
we know how this works. Of course it sells out because there's the scalpers that go and buy it, and then they all start popping up on eBay and all the other sites. So yeah, it's always going to sell. I don't ever buy that in as oh wow, the interest is there. No.
Yeah,
no, don't think so.
But I'll say this though. Wait. I can't say it. Never mind. Oh, I can't actually can't say this. I'll tell you this next week.
No, I don't want to hear it. Don't say it.
No, I'll tell you off air. You know,
it's in the synopsis.
But anyway, regarding the Xbox, yeah. So as you would expect, Twitter went crazy. You know, like the price is too damn high. You know. So Adam, I know you wanted to say something about this, so go ahead.
It's whack. It's not what I wanted. Remember what I thought it was going to be? That it was going to actually let you play your Xbox games, all your other ones. No, it's whatever in the cloud. I'm like, that's bullshit. I'm not going to wait for my favorite game to jump in the cloud and have to play it that way. And then it doesn't do anything special. It's just an ROG. That's it. Just with the Xbox button and the interface.
Yeah, well, the interface could actually be a game changer because remember the problem was always Windows 11 was too bloated.
Yeah.
It killed the battery life, fucked up performance. So that to me, that's the main deal here. You know, and the cool thing, Adam, they already said they will bring that version of Windows to other Windows 11 handhelds. So that's a good thing. You know.
That's good, and that tells me that when the next Steam Deck comes out, then I'll be able to put that in there.
Well, you don't need to because you got Steam OS, which is better.
There we go, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like if I wanted to side load on the side, then I'll just the small one. Because right now, people, you could side load Windows on 11, but it's the whole big form, and it's horrible. It's got a lot of issues. Yeah, that's just not enough. Not enough. Yeah, I get there's some games that you still can't play on the Linux. You still have to do it on Windows. Yeah, but it's not worth the money. That's not enough for me not to play old shit. So, no, all right.
So Carlos, I know you're getting this, aren't you?
To quote a famous philosopher. Oh hell no!
I thought you were hyped, Brett. What happened?
Well, I was excited. Hype might be too strong of a phrase, but you know, it was getting there. But here's the thing, I love the fact that they're using an actual controller sort of form for the grips. That's a game changer. Like playing on the PlayStation Portal, yes, all it does is streaming, but at least it feels like you're holding a controller. It doesn't feel like you're the Switch where your fingers are all squished together because all the buttons are all close, small ass thumbsticks. Like none of that.
Do you play your Switch too? Speaking of that, because you're the only one. Do you play it?
Yeah. I beat Donkey Kong. What else did I play? Mario Kart, and I'm gonna be playing Metroid.
Yeah, I play Switch too, but I never played in handheld mode. That shit is always docked. You know.
Yeah, I play mostly docked. Yeah, same. But yeah, it's the controller aspect was something that I was excited for. The fact that they're not using the full-fledged Windows was something that I was also excited for. But and Tony knows we had a conversation about quick resume.
Yeah.
Or this doesn't have quick resume, and Tony obviously knows because he, reviews these stuff. Like he knows that Windows handhelds don't have quick resume, and I didn't know that. And that was I think that was something that
My question is, will this have quick resume?
Well, that's what I was wondering because when I found out that Windows doesn't have quick resume, I'm like, well, this is like a lightweight version.
It's a lightweight,
of Windows. Yeah. So it would be cool if they found a way to do that, but since they're not doing that, it's $1,000. I'm not gonna get the cheap one. If
I know you don't want that, you don't want that one. No, you want the high end
butter edition.
Yeah, the butter edition.
So.
Eventually, it'll go down in price. People will sell them like, "Oh wow, I didn't really need this," and then you'll find it on eBay right up there with the Apple VR headset.
Oh yeah, the Vision Pro.
Yeah, you get that for a few $100. Remember, wasn't that like $3,000 or something?
Yeah, 3,500. Yeah,
that's freaking nuts.
It's insane.
But this is $1,000. I told the fellas on the group chat. I'm like, I got a coupon, an Amazon coupon for $200. If I use it on this, I'm still paying $800, which is too goddamn high.
Especially
too damn high.
How much time you're gonna spend on it, and that's the other thing. It's just when I think of it, when I see all these other ones, even the Legion one that's up there, and then I compare it with what I have, I'm like, is it that big of a jump? Am I going to spend that much more time than what I'm doing now? And the answer is no.
No, not yet.
So unless something really wows me, that's like, oh wow, look at this. Now this does that, does this. It has all the other features that I want. I'll stick with what I got.
Yeah. Here's the thing: if Microsoft and Asus can do the updates to do quick resume on this new OS, get OLED on the thing, then that might be more enticing.
Like my OLED.
That'll be the next update. Very few of these actually have OLED displays, by the way. The Switch OLED has it. The Steam Deck OLED and the Legion Go 2 will have it as well. But that's it. Those are the only ones, from major, companies that have it. I don't know what Neo is doing. They probably have it too. Those motherfuckers putting out handhelds every week, But yeah, Logic One says, I don't see how Asus makes a profit off of this thing. They do though. They again, this is their third handheld. Like every year they release one, and I believe I said this story last weekend, and I'll say it again because I've said it before. When I went to CES, not this year but the year before that, I asked them like, "Hey, how well is the Ally?" Because that was the new one, right? And they said they were surprised by how well the reception was, and then literally 3 months later they announced the ROG Ally X. People are buying these things, People are absolutely buying these things. So so Asus, Lenovo, and MSI, they're making enough of a profit for them to literally have released 3 versions of these things. All companies have 3 versions of their respective handhelds at the time. So they're making some kind of money. Very interesting shit indeed. So yeah, we'll see about this ROG Ally. My joke was like they went on sale at 8:00. We record around 10:30. I'm like, this shit's probably already sold out. I wouldn't be surprised,
But I don't even take that because how many times where we find out that they just it's all a gimmick. It's like, oh, we sold out. Well, they only put like 1,000 for sale, and then they're gonna bring it back. Like, guess what? We just manufactured more. Get ready. It's just trying to make it seem like it's a must-have item. If you don't grab it now, it's gonna sell out quick.
Yeah,
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
That's what we were talking about in the last show, but it's hard to
Yeah, we don't know
verify.
because we're not. Yeah, we're not in it. But I just feel like that's always a gimmick. We see it with a lot of things with toys and stuff. They do the same thing. It's like, oh, it's limited time. Oh, and then it's.
To be fair, though, I haven't seen that with handhelds. Yeah, I haven't seen that with handhelds. So to be fair,
they do it on the little boo boo.
Yeah,
we did that. What do you mean the Steam Deck? The Steam Deck OLED and the clear one and all that stuff's all limited time. This and this and it was still available for like 2 weeks later.
When was that? Because I thought you had to go through a process to get your Steam Deck. Remember, you had to sign up and wait.
No. You just had to make sure you had a valid account.
Yeah. No, but remember when you pre-ordered it, you had to. They had them in different blocks. Like if you were in block 1, block 2, and shit, and then you would get yours based off of that.
That was the early one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Now with the new one, since they updated their system, no, you don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Now you just had to go in and just get it. And
so what are you talking about then?
One. Like, that's what I'm saying. That they don't do that anymore. You're talking about way back.
No, I'm saying when you're saying Steam Deck did some artificial scarcity thing. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm just saying that well, in a way, because they were like, oh, this is limited edition, and you're assuming it's gonna fly off the shelf and it's gone. And
you're talking about the white one?
Later, the clear one, the transparent one.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then it was still there. it was still there even after the fact. So I was like, oh, then I guess it's not really that limited.
Yeah, but that was the only case. So again, I've never heard of Lenovo or MSI or any of these companies saying this is limited edition. I never heard them say that. They don't pull that Nintendo shit, if you know what I mean. But yeah, again, they're selling enough to keep making more. So there you go. Interesting
Either
shit,
that,
man.
or it's easy for them to just switch the formula.
Could be.
So maybe they're like, all right, we're making this. Oh, that one's not selling great. Well, let's just tweak it and upgrade it in the factory. Just add this, that, and it's within the process of the manufacturing. And then we're like, all right, then we're good.
Yeah, because remember, they all manufacture like other shit too. They all manufacture laptops and peripherals, so they have the know-how. So R&D probably wasn't even that big for them, to be honest. So interesting shit, man. Yeah. I'm gonna be curious to see how many of these actually sell. And obviously, I am the resident handheld guy at Tom's Guide, so you already know I'm going to be reviewing this thing. So once I get my hands on one, I'll definitely do a review for you guys here on Throwdown. So that'll be cool. All right, so another news, and we're gonna stick with some Xbox stuff for a little bit here. Costco has stopped stocking Xboxes. I didn't know Costco had Xboxes.
Have all kinds of consoles.
But I've never been to a Costco in my life, so I don't know what the hell they stock there. All I know about Costco is they have big hot dogs. My sister brings me big hot dogs. Do they even have a Costco in the city? Like,
yeah,
they do.
In Queens, over by 63rd Drive.
Oh, really? That area?
Okay.
Yeah,
there's a Costco over there. Yeah.
There's one in Brooklyn also.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There's a big one in Brooklyn.
So it's not a Walmart situation, right?
Red Hook has a Costco.
Yeah, the Red Hook.
Right?
No. It's the one right next to it's near the IKEA. Because I remember
IKEA
on the bridge when I'm on the highway and then looking over and seeing this huge Costco and you can see this massive
you want to know what's funny? I don't think Sam's Club, because I shop at both of them. I have a Costco right near me.
Oh, shit.
Here. I never see Xboxes there anymore, so that's a good point. I never thought about it, right? Because they do sell the systems. Like you'll see the card, you take the card for the Switch, take a card for the PlayStation. I always see PlayStation peripherals, even PS Portal you can buy at Costco. But I haven't seen Xbox there. I haven't seen Xbox at Sam's Club neither. Yeah. So it's interesting.
Well, now they're gone from Costco. Never to return. Man,
keep jacking up that price. That's working.
Well, maybe that's probably what it is. It's not so much the people buying. It's like they're probably not getting enough of a profit to stock the shelves.
Yeah, especially now that they raised the price of the fucking thing.
You can't. Exactly. It's like you're jacking up the prices. We can't move the stock that we already have. So it's not even worth it. Just like Arcade 1-Up, from what I'm hearing, a lot of this shit's gone. The pinball, they're no longer doing pinball. So the shit I have now is a collector's item.
Yeah. Jeffrey says there's a Costco in Sunset Park.
See?
I didn't know. Okay, Sunset Park. If you wanted, if Xbox wants to expedite moving to just being a service and getting rid of stuff, why wouldn't you just lower the price?
Yeah.
Just have a fire sale on it, because that seemed to work. That's in this article you sent us, that New Zealand, they couldn't move the stock, so they deeply discounted. Some of them were half off. It was like $430, $440 versus the $879 that the MSRP was, and they said they sold out of them.
See, that's why it makes no sense, because then all the stores that have them are just going to be sitting on them with this price. So is there something we don't know? Are they selling out somewhere? And they're like, all right, we need to jack up the price. We're selling them out. Obviously, it was too cheap, so let's just jack up. It just makes no sense to charge so much for something like this.
Yeah. And you know what? That's actually tied into the next story here. Our boy, Mr. Mike Ibarra, former president of, former employee of Xbox and former Blizzard president and employee of Microsoft, obviously. He said something that I've been saying this entire year. Console price increases are not tariff issues. They are profit issues. Like, basically, they're just using this shit as an excuse to make more money,
Oh, yeah.
Too much of a jack up, that price.
Yeah. So this is what he says. It's an excuse to continue raising prices with no new increase in tariffs. It's simply a different problem, and they are going to make consumers continue to pay for those problems. Yep. I agree. You know,
100%. Yeah.
I think this is to make up for all the games that they invest tons of money, like Concord and all the other bullshit. Microsoft puts money in their games that don't sell well. They're like, all right, how do we make this money back? Well, let's fucking jack up the price on the hardware. Let's have that.
But then no one's going to buy the hardware. So,
there
buying, you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
Unless they send a new update that starts killing other people's boxes, like, oh, your shit was too old. You got to get the new one.
So yeah, that's very interesting. Again, we keep talking about these stories where, like, you know, former Xbox employees, they come out of the woodwork and start talking shit. You know, kind of makes you wonder how the company, environment
they do that in
is.
all companies.
Yeah,
it's only Sony that makes people sign all these damn NDAs. They can't talk shit.
Probably Nintendo too. You know.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you want to get blackballed from the industry, then keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised by any of this. But again, I've been saying this, like, I'm not saying the tariffs aren't affecting prices. They are, but they're using that as an excuse to really go ham with prices. And as we saw with cases like the Legion Go 2, you're rewarded for selling shit expensive. It's like, damn, man, it's crazy. Yeah, because again, I find it hard to believe that a company that posted record profits is hard up for money, you know? But like we always talk about, you know, every quarter you got to make the thing go up for the investors, you know, to make them happy. That's why they keep, firing all these people and doing all this other shit, you know? Go ahead, Carlos.
They're affected. They're affected by the tariffs, but like you mentioned, these consoles are already old.
Yeah,
they're 5 years old at this point. So it's like most of the R&D that they spent on it has already been recouped for the most part. I'm pretty sure for Sony definitely has.
Yeah.
So and the technology is already old, and you're not paying for new stuff. You're just mass producing old stuff.
This is the first time in all of our gaming history of just playing video games that we've ever seen console prices that like this 5 years after the fact, prices go up. We've never seen this shit.
The first time we saw anything like this, and you're right, Adam, this is a new thing, was ironically enough for the predecessor for that device right behind you. The first time I ever saw an old device get a price jump was the Meta Quest 2. It's like, wait, what did you change about it? Nothing? It's just more expensive now? And that was before the tariffs. That's the first time you ever saw that shit. But now you're right, it's happening across the board. Old shit is getting a price hike with no updates or nothing, you know? So it's, again, we're not saying the tariffs aren't a factor, but they're also an excuse too, you know?
Too much of a jump. That is just crazy.
It's too much for 5-year-old consoles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree with Mike Ibarra on this one. It's fucking bullshit, bro.
Also, Mike Ibarra, something happened to that dude because he talks like all he does on Twitter is talk shit about like Microsoft and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you've seen that. Like, well, at least every time
Scorned lover, man.
Yeah, that's how it seems. It's like something happened to that dude in that company where
The only one, Larry Herb, Major Nelson, same thing. Like
whenever
he can throw jabs, he's bitter. He put in so much work in that company. And
remember, I called it. I said, "There's no way." What's his name? Larry Herb, aka Xbox Major Nelson, decided to depart with Xbox. He was a lifer. They gave him the window seat for a little bit, and they said, "Hey, man, you got to go, but we're do it amicably, so you won't look bad." And ever since then, that tone has changed with Major Nelson. So
yeah, no, you're right about that. Dirty. There's some fucked up shit to him, bro. All right. And the last Xbox thing here. Now, this I would shout out Brett because he's the one that actually sent me the original link to this. So let me read the story because when I first saw this, I immediately had a question. I'm like, wait a minute, what about this? And I'm pretty sure one of you guys is going to try to jump in too, which I appreciate because I would do the same thing too. But let me read this first. So the headline here is that Xbox users play more games than PS5 or Steam players. So I'm reading this off of GameSpot. Based on data collected by Ampere Analytics, Xbox users on average played almost 6 games each in August 2025. This is significantly more than Steam players who played 4.5 games on average, and PS5 players who played 3.7 games on average. And Ampere suggests that this is because of Xbox Game Pass. In essence, enough Xbox players or Xbox Pass subscribers at this point that the ability to easily, you could try a bunch of games, right? So I want to know, what is the first question that you guys had when you hear this? Because I wanted to see if you had the same question I had.
No questions, because I see my son doing it. Today.
Did anybody finish those games?
Thank you. No. My question was, okay, who played games longer? Who finished these games? Right?
No one cares.
No
one cares.
I care. And if you go a little bit further, guess what? Xbox players are the ones that least finish games. No surprise. No surprise. I said this before on
people don't finish games in general, man. We know.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in comparison to the other ones. They don't finish
to the other ones. I always remember Titanfall 2 and all, going to second mission, and it was like, oh, you guys.
All right, let me give you. Let's break down. Let me give you the numbers. However, Ampere suggests that Xbox players are spending less overall time playing games compared to PS5 and Steam players. While this dynamic has often been true in the past, Ampere states that in August 2025, Xbox users played 7.7 hours of games, whereas PS5 players played 12.7 hours and Steam players played 11 hours. So I'm like, yeah, you're not going to, Xbox players aren't finishing games. I said this a couple weeks ago. Xbox Game Pass subscribers are dabblers. They're samplers. They're not really, they're just nibbling. Oh, let me taste of that. Let me taste that. They're not actually committing to any game. They're just dabbling and moving on, and the numbers show it right here,
But it's a better format, because then if you go and you just play one game and that's the only game, let's say you spent all your money on it, then you're sort of forced to play it and finish it just to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
You may not even enjoy the fact that you're doing it, but you just feel like you owe it to yourself. But when it's something like this, and he was playing like Fireman Simulator and Goats, he's playing all the bullshit. He just kept jumping from one to one and one. And yeah, he dabbles, but then he figures which one he likes, and then he knows, and he'll go back and he'll play a little more later, and then he gets a feel for them. But yeah, I can see why the numbers are up there, just because it's all in your face.
Yeah, it's all, But yeah, but it kind of just, I like these numbers because it proves my point about what that rant I went on a couple of weeks ago. Xbox Game Pass players are dabblers. They're not really serious. They're just trying games and moving on. And because again, if you have all these games on a subscription, they have no value to you. They're just there. Whereas if you buy a game, they are more valuable to you. Like, oh shit, I spent $60 on this fucking game. I better finish it.
Well, they do have a value when they go to leave. You get notified, and then you'll know. It's like, oh wow, I thought that was going to be there forever. I played like 2 levels. You know what? And then they give you the discount price that, hey, if you buy it, and people buy these things at that point. But I think it's a good idea. I don't see an issue with that. I think it makes sense, especially in the way things are now. I mean, one thing I used to hate, and I always talk about it with that damn Dead Space dude. What was it? The other one that we played that was horrible.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was so
trash. Callisto Protocol. Yeah.
Remember, I was so excited. We right it when it ended, unlocked for me. I'm like, I'm gonna go play it. I got that on the PS5, paid the full price for it. I was so let down. This is some bullshit.
I beat that fucking game though.
You see, you did it, but did you enjoy it? Were you happy?
No, I wasn't. I was pissed off, but I had to finish it. I got to finish the shit.
No. I can walk away. I can walk away, and that pissed me off. But if you're,
I'm not a dabbler. That's why I unsubscribed from Game Pass. I'm like, I never used this fucking service.
It's not so much a dabble, because if, let's say, it's there, you can play it. You don't want to play with it, you jump back, or go play something else, or if you decide to go back later on, you can do that. It's up to you, but
that's not the way I play,
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Again, it's for different people. I'm talking specifically for myself. I mean, I had the serve. Go ahead, Manny. Go ahead.
To be honest, like that might also change the way if that is what their player base is doing. How do you know that won't change the idea of what game length is for them?
Oh shit!
When they start to invest into because they have the analytics for how long a person will stand along and play a game.
trophies and achievements. That was the whole reason for that, to gauge, see how far people are getting. They can see it. And when people only get to level
but here's the
3,
thing:
they're
it's
never
like
happy
now,
yet.
since they have analytics that say, okay, hey, so these people seem to only just play games for like a good 5 minutes. Okay, so we'll just make a game that's really good in 5 minutes.
That's a good point.
And not waste our time in developing a game like Indiana Jones.
One Punch Man. That's it. It's like, you know what? People just want to punch something in the face. All right, 2 buttons. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. That's it. One finger death punch. That's it. And that's a huge hit. Makes buckets of money on all the platforms. And it's the same shit. You just kicking and punching people with just 2 buttons.
Yeah, no, but I agree, Manny. And Manny, to your point, this is for Netflix, so it's not 100%, but it's kind of the same. Do you know that they purposely make some Netflix shows and movies overly explain stuff? Like, as they're in a scene, they're doing a bunch of shit because they know that people are in another room doing stuff. They're not paying attention.
Yeah. All the shows now, they're like almost like radio plays where in other words, they explain exactly what they're doing. So then why the fuck do you even have a visual to go with it?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna, just give everybody the radio play version.
It's insane. So
that is the reason.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why I have the terminal list. the TV terminal.
The TV terminal. I have the terminal list. That's the wrong show.
I just finished that one. That's why I stuck in my head. Because of that, we get it all the time. Where people were like, oh yeah, I watched it, but I don't remember really what was happening. It was because they were doing some other shit.
Yeah.
So then they listened to us and they put us as another tab. Still not even, and just hear us talking about it because they're like, yeah, I missed that part. Were you watching it? I was doing some shit. Whatever. Now I know what I meant. Yeah, so get it all the time.
Yeah, but the point is, to go back to the gaming part, basically people's behaviors in these subscription like platforms will affect how things are made, whether it's movies or video games, and I think it's degrading shit. Games at least haven't been that affected yet, but that's kind of bad with Netflix, where like it's basically a radio play. Like you're saying, like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Radio play, that's the other one.
Like I'm just here washing the dish. Like I can see you washing the fucking dishes. But then again, I came from a time before the internet. Oh, Tony, old man Tony, here comes old man Tony. I put the motherfucking phone over there. I'm locked in.
They talk about it. I think was it Netflix? It was someone. It was like, hey, it was like a survey. It was like, do you do the 2-screen experience when you're watching TV or just focus? It's like 80% are just on their phone while they're watching. Doing some other shit. They feel like they have to do it.
You mean like dual screen on the actual television?
No, 2-screen meaning like you're watching. You're supposed to be watching, but then you're playing with your phone. Yeah, you're doing some other
then you're not really watching the show then.
But people, they're just used to doing that now.
It's insane to me, man.
Kids today, my son does it all the time. My daughter does it all the time. I'm like, we're gonna watch this movie, and it's like, yeah, let's this movie. And then I look at them and they're like, oh, you watching? Yeah, I'm watching. I could hear it. That's for them. That's watching. Like they don't think about just putting this down and just, unless we're in the movie theater. That's the only time. For home, no. It's always playing on something else or doing something else. That's just how they do things.
Yeah,
and they.
This is off topic, but this is fascinating, Adam. So one of my coworkers was telling me how I'm going to just say they because I don't want to say the gender here. They, what carpal tunnel is, right? Apparently, there's an equivalent of that for scrolling too much. And my colleague was like, "Oh, I got that on my the ball of your thumb here from scrolling too much." I was like, is that a thing? Like, but there's like for the lack of a better term, a TikTok version of that, Great, but it makes sense, if you're doing that shit all day,
I'm surprised you haven't heard this before. I knew a few people that had gamer thumb, and they had
my colleague didn't call it. My colleague didn't call it gamer thumb.
I know because the person they could put it whatever they want, but that issue with the thumb has been around for a long time.
Yeah,
as long as people have been doing gaming and stuff and using, because then they start getting that cramp. And
But this is like specifically about like scrolling or actually, what did they call it? They called it typing thumb. That's what they called it. Too much texting and scrolling and shit. But it's the same as gamer thumb. You could call it that. Wild shit, man. All right. We could do these last couple of stories. We could slightly run through these. because we had to talk about this one. Okay, so, and again, we try to stay clear of politics here, but this is gaming related. So the Department of Homeland Security, they put out a video of them, arresting a bunch of illegals, right? ICE with the Pokemon theme. Yeah. Gotta catch them all. And at the end, they even had like the fucking illegal cards and shit with like Pokemon cards and shit. My first thought was like, yo, Nintendo's coming after that ass. And Nintendo issued a statement today saying that, they had no knowledge of this. They didn't approve it, but it's not sure if it's going to take legal action. Nintendo is very litigious, so it would be very interesting, Chris, if Nintendo tries to sue the U.S. government. Is that even a possibility?
I don't think so, because they technically could fall under parody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Pokemon, it's illegals, but they were using it a lot. But I don't think Nintendo would have a case here. They could try, but they're going to be called hypocrites, because I'd be like, okay, you want to talk about the Luigi stuff then?
Oh, shit.
You going to do that? Yeah. All right. So, that's fine. And that's actually stuff being sold.
Yeah, you're right. Motherfuckers are making money. That's a good point. Yeah. So yeah, very interesting.
His name, right? It's just his name.
No, yeah, but the thing
they were using the character.
They were using the the red, the green.
The green hat.
Yeah, they were using that at the trial and shit. The Luigi stands. So yeah, but yeah, very funny story. Another one here. Speaking about Nintendo, Borderlands 4 on Switch has been indefinitely canceled. Basically. They canceled all pre-orders, right?
But why, Tony?
I wonder why. I wonder why.
We knew before even issues on the PC. We knew once that game was announced for the Switch, and even with the Switch 2, we're like, "There's no way it's gonna run on there."
Yeah.
Forget about the issues that it's technically having on PC. We just knew overall, because even the old ones ran like shit on it. I was like, and then you're gonna have the newer version to try to run better? No, it's not gonna happen. So, not surprised.
Yeah, so that's pretty. Again, not surprised by that. It can't run, All right, and
I've heard that Randy Pitchford tweeted out saying, "Just buy a better Switch."
Better Switch. So Brian, I guess the Switch is not a premium console for this premium game.
I guess not.
No, it's not. It's not premium.
Fucking
we all
Randy
know
Pitchford.
But it's not even just him. All the third-party games. I think Cyberpunk is the only one that is semi-decent on it.
No, I was just making fun of that stupid statement that Borderlands 4 is a premium game for premium gamers. I was just making fun of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, no, it's just sad that the Switch 2, like, it's all these YouTuber guys that are covering that love the Switch were saying like they're disappointed. They're even disappointed.
Oh, like your boy RGT85.
He's a Sega guy. I think.
No, he's a Nintendo guy, man. Every time his videos pop up on my feed, it's always Nintendo something,
Because YouTube thinks that's what you want.
Yeah.
He does a bunch of other.
The only videos I get from Adam, you'll probably get this, either Nintendo videos or like, I can't do this. Some shit that makes it seem like he's about to quit YouTube. Like every 5 months, like, dude, you're quitting? What's going on here? But he's always going through some crisis or some shit.
His family, his dad is dying or something.
Yeah.
He's got some crazy shit.
He did do a good video like about Hulk Hogan, because he's a big Hulk guy,
Oh, he's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
He used to go to ECW shows and stuff. Remember, he's from the New York area, Connecticut.
But Adam, that's what happened. So I watched that video on Hulk Hogan. Now I'm getting recommended all his videos, and they're all Nintendo.
But even that, it's all because it brings the clicks.
Yeah,
he does talk about that shit. So remember, for a long time, it was all the arcade 1-up stuff.
I remember that.
He was one of the first that did a whole install. Like, people were showing up, but he's like, "All right, put a camera." He's like, "I'm gonna put it together. Let's see how long it takes." He did the Street Fighter one, and then that gave him a bunch of clicks, and then he started buying all of them. His whole basement now just has all these arcade 1-ups. And I remember one time I was like, "Yo, how often do you play?" He said, "I don't. They just collect dust in my basement now."
Yeah. All right. Speaking about Nintendo, Doug Bowser is retiring and leaving the company. which is kind of disappointing because
he just started.
No,
Yeah, he started.
Yeah, he didn't last nearly as long as Reggie did.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Not even close. They already named his successor, some woman. But yeah, pretty interesting.
The first thing I thought, I'm like, oh, so who's his replacement? Bowsette?
Yeah. He joined in 2019, so he only lasted a few years. Go ahead, Chris. Do you have any thoughts on this?
I never met Devin Pritchard there. Like, I think I started the year after she did.
Yeah.
When I started there, and she was in marketing as well, but she might have worked out of Redwood City or something. But I don't know too much about her. I don't think that's a good fit for the president role. But there's a caveat because there's a Japanese dude, the product manager from Kyoto. He is going to be the CEO.
Yeah.
In Nintendo of America, so I think she'll be more of a figurehead and not really making those key decisions. More like how Kimishima was.
Yeah, your boy Kimishima.
So, yeah.
I don't trust.
I mean,
don't
he
trust
should,
him.
but he, don't anything he says. It's like,
Oh man, so yeah, interesting stuff there. Go ahead, Ben.
So then, what you're saying, Chris, is that Nintendo have their own seller bond.
Yeah, so
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, Brian hit the nail on the head. That's pretty much it. I when I saw that what's it, Shibata is taking the CEO role, I'm like, then he's making the decision.
Yeah, he's the guy in charge.
Yeah.
Brian, you're so spot on.
That's why they probably suggested very strongly that Doug take his retirement.
Yeah, no, you could be right about that.
So they're like, hey, we got you a new office, and then they show him the window, and he's like, I know what to do. They're good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
You know that.
Yeah. All right. So next one is a PlayStation story. The new guy in charge there, Nishino, he confirmed that the PlayStation 5 is the most profitable generation for PlayStation, which is insane to me because this generation has sucked.
Because the price keeps going up.
That's exactly what it is.
It's like that with movies.
Yeah.
What was it? There was some movie, or we all knew Titanic was like the king, and then I think it was
Avatar, right?
The Avatar.
Yeah, another James Cameron movie.
Yeah, but they were like, well, they had the same amount of views and location, whatever, but the ticket pricing had changed. For like increase of like $10 since then. So then you're adding an extra seat for every ticket. Anyway, because of the inflation, of course, it made more money.
Yeah. So I think that's exactly what's happening here. Because again, they didn't say the most popular; they said the most profitable.
Yeah.
So and with consoles costing so much, it makes sense.
Yep.
So not surprising there. And then the last story I want to talk about. We don't know what games are in this, but Konami confirmed there is going to be a Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. It is officially in the works. That is a good thing. We don't know what the games are going to be in there. I want to see my motherfucking Metal Gear Solid 4 needs to get out of PlayStation 3 prison. That's been on there forever, So that'll be good.
Have to redo that whole game because of the whole cell thing, right? They have to redo everything.
The whole thing, yeah.
Well, according to Ryan Payton at the time,
Your
they
boy
actually did have a working version of the Xbox game. Of an Xbox version of that game.
So they could potentially use that as a basis for
they could use that as an x86 basis.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, with the way here's the tinfoil hat part.
Chris, give it to him. Let's go.
So
there you go.
Realize, you remember when I talked to you about whether a console, whether they're using whether they're using Unreal Engine to, develop a full game.
Yeah, I remember that was like an hour ago.
About an hour ago. Well, the thing about it is that you could theoretically port that game, right? Not worrying about any of the renderers or any of that sort of stuff. You could literally port the backend of the backend code of that game and then have Unreal Engine running on top. That's what's going on with Metal Gear Solid Delta right now. It's it is a line for line, essentially side by side of the original game. Everything matches up. They've even matched up some of the things. They're obviously reusing and replacing animations, but some of them stayed the same. So theoretically, what they could do in this situation is that they could literally port the back end of that game and then have Unreal Engine and essentially just do what they did before with Delta.
Yeah. So hopefully they do it. And then Konami also did say that, they do want to bring Metal Gear Solid 1, but that's going to be a completely different thing. It has to be from ground up,
Yes, because they can never, there isn't, see, like, that's why back in the day, I always said that Metal Gear Solid 3 was probably the best, the better of the games to start with, to do, like, to remake, because it has a lot of things that are familiar to modern gamers. With a bunch of with some very strategic tweaks, they literally made that game with its new controls, acceptable to modern players who the last game that they played was Metal Gear Solid 5. So if we're going to go down the line of remakes, if they were going to go down the line of remakes, I would say they would do them in order. They would go.
No, Mandy, this is about developing it, because you can't just port over PS1 game.
I'm saying like the thing about it is that Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 would be the ones that would need the most work, because they are not in any way identical to anything that exists currently.
Yeah.
But Metal Gear Solid 3 is, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker is as well, and so is Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
So those two games would need the most work, but that's why I'm thinking if they're going to go down the line of these remakes and stuff like that, right? The next game you would do would be to work your way to a Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2, which would need total remakes.
Yeah, they got to do it from the ground up. They can't. Yeah, they can't just use the original underneath.
No, because you can't. Because again, those games weren't built for third person mode. A third person camera, and they, for substance, they made that third person camera, for Solid 3. So that worked out for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would. Those things, like the ones that would need full remakes, would be Solid 1 and 2, and then if they want to go back and do Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid Snake, those would be
completely brand new,
completely redo.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see, but it would definitely take them a lot longer to do than to essentially just port the engine and get and run and do an asset swap.
Yeah. All right. And that's that. And Brian, I know you wanted to say something about 2026 games.
Oh no, just how it's a stupidly stacked year. Obviously, there's GTA 6, and then there's so many other games just slated for it. I mean, there's the Wolverine. You read out like how many games have come out in February this year? So
yeah, it's a ton.
It's going to be a good year. Lots of games, and seems like everyone's excited for at least one game. So that's really good. But yeah, it's going to be Could you say that it's a Gameageddon?
It could be. Brian, it took us 6 years, right, to get to a Gameageddon.
Only took us 6 years. but yeah, I am not casting doubt. I'm just saying that it's a good thing that we're being flooded with games that we're excited for, which is fantastic. This is how it should be. So I'm happy that's finally here.
You know what's crazy? And Brian, obviously you've been on Throwdown as long as everybody. It's like, remember when we used to have like Gameageddons at least twice a year?
Oh yeah, I miss those days.
Now we get one a generation.
I still remember. I don't remember what year it was, but there was one year when PlayStation was just dropping like an exclusive every single month.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was the same month or the same year that Killzone 3 came out, because I remember that there was something in January, then Killzone in February, and then something in March, which I think was Little Big Planet, and then like another game, and it's like just month after month after month, exclusive, and now it's like one every year. It's like, wow.
It's depressing, man.
Hey, Brian, you know what they say: quality over quantity.
But but the quality is not even there either. Like we gotta have one of them at least. Gotta have something.
Gotta have something.
Yeah. All right.
No, but hey man, let me rebut your concerns with a collage of video games that have come out this generation. Most of them are multiplayers or remasters or remakes.
No, you're right about that, man. It's crazy. So yeah, next year's gonna, and then I'm wondering like how much air is GTA 6 gonna suck out of the room. That's going to make it hard for these games to stand out. Maybe that's why everybody's coming out in February. It's like, yo, get them out now. And I'm also wondering how many of these February games were going to come out in November, because everybody moved out of the way of GTA when they thought it was coming out in November. But now the game's dropping May 26th. Rockstar recently came out to restate that. Who knows? Maybe they'll get another delay, but looks like that might be it. But we'll have to wait and see.
If that game bombs, think if that game bombs.
Oh man,
we have to talk about that.
Yeah, we have talked about that, and I think it was it was Brett that brought it up, I believe. Like if that game bombs, like the industry's done, man. That'll be interesting.
It could happen.
It could.
It's a whole new crew of people working on that game. I hate when we talk about it all the time. Like, oh yeah, well they did this. Those people are all gone, man. The people that brought all those stories and all the wackiness that you liked are gone.
No, you're 100% right.
It's like the old Throwdown. It's like it's not the same people.
The same?
No, they're all gone.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
no, actually, with us, we like Menudo.
That's it. We just fill it on the spot. We're gonna have a different guy like Brett. His name is gonna be Bobby.
Am I the only one?
Exactly. Now you are, because
he wouldn't say, "Am I the only one?" He would say something slightly different, slightly off from the original.
I can't be the only one. There you go. Oh man. All right. Let's start wrapping it up here. Oh, by the way, shout out to Jolly Yellow Nerd for winning the contest. He received his thing, I believe. I don't know if he tweeted it out.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that's
he
good.
Tweeted it out, and the Throwdown Twitter did it as well.
Nice, good stuff. Because when I talked to him last, he said he had gotten it, but he was still working, so he didn't unwrap it yet.
No,
but that's good.
He took a photo with it in the background.
Very nice.
Book, and he said, "Thanks, Throwdown. No, you should check it out. You should favorite it."
Yeah, I'll retweet that shit.
Tweet that shit. So he seems pretty happy with it. I'm not sure if he had Metal Gear Solid Delta, but he does now.
Hey, there he is. Hey, look at that happy face. That's good.
Yeah, look at that. It's always good, give stuff to the folks, and I wanted to give them something, like, oh hey, look, it's that little diorama thing, but make it a little bit more special. I can't remember what flavor of calorie mate you got. You got the green flavor. It's not the classic one. You see how you like it.
Uh-oh.
But some of them are cool. Some of them are. It depends on your tastings. The game might be overselling the how pretty tasty calorie mate actually is.
Pretty tasty.
pretty tasty. So good stuff.
Nice. All right, to start plugging stuff. Manny, let's start with you first, since you were already talking. What you got coming up?
So, we got the usual nostalgic covers. I don't know what is it about this year, but I got a bunch of nostalgic covers. So what's coming up? It's either this week or next week is Street Sharks #1,
dun, dun, dun.
Cover by Carl Randolph and myself. So that's going to be out or is out. There is also Power Rangers 9, Power Rangers Prime #9, which I drew the cover of, which is out now. Which is also, if you find it. On the third-party market, it's like worth a lot of money for some odd reason. Not sure why, but hey, it's kind of cool. Your boys got a comic that's worth a little bit more money than two. Or a lot more money than two. And then there is the TMNT Journeys #2. With the special Casey Jones cover by Karen Randolph and myself. That's going to be out in the streets. And next month is New York Comic Con. I will be there. And Tony might show up too.
I got my press badge. I got approved, so I'll be there. And again, we'll try to set up a time. So I'll be there Saturday for sure. When I swing by Manny's booth, and I'm gonna be here for like an hour. Come through.
Yeah, I-23. They'll find me, and row I, the 23rd person. So I'll have some leftovers from the MGS Con, some Delta prints.
Nice.
Well, not Delta, but MGS3 prints. I'll have some of those with me, as well as a bunch of other things. Also, just so the cast of Metal Gear Solid is actually going to be at New York Comic Con, so you can possibly pick up something at my table and get it signed by David Hayter, and Cam Clark, and the guy who plays Otacon, and the Naomi Hunter. They're all going to be there. Oh, and Sniper Wolf is also there too.
Everybody's there.
They got a pretty good cast of MGS1 people. So yeah, there you go.
Good stuff. Barry Byrne, #boycott NYCC. They didn't invite Alf. I'll see you there too, buddy. All right, Adam, what's happening at the TV terminal?
A lot of TV. Tulsa King, that's been doing pretty big numbers for us. That's another Taylor Sheridan show. Awesome with Sylvester Stallone. Season 3 just started. That already got approved for season 4. They only did 1 episode, and I guess the numbers were good enough. And Paramount was like, let's do it again. So we've been covering that. Slow Horses. That's MI5 UK. They call it a dark comedy. And I'm funny about that shit. They got mass shootings and all kinds of craziness happening. But hey, it's a good show. It's got Gary Oldman in it. So he's fantastic. He's a fantastic actor. So we got that. And then Gen V. We're covering that as well. That's it is so off. That's so wild. Have you seen Gen V? I don't know if you've ever seen Gen V. You've seen The Boys.
No, I haven't seen that either.
You've never seen The Boys?
I don't watch TV, man. I just dropped that shit. I don't stop at the TV terminal.
This is so wild. It is so wild.
I just watch Invincible. That's the only thing I watch, man.
The latest episode was called Bags, and it's basically calling all humans blood bags and just popping them. It's nuts. But yeah, covering that. So yeah, we got a lot of shows, and we just finished Chief of War, Jason Momoa's show. I don't know if that's going to come back for a second season because it got mixed reviews. A lot of people thought it was going to be one thing, and it wasn't. And and then I brought up before Terminalist Dark Wolf. That was a good one too. That just finished up. But yeah, we got 3 shows running: Gen V, Slow Horses, and Tulsa King. So if you're interested, go check it out. TV Terminal on YouTube.
Good stuff. Logic Win says Tulsa King is great.
Yeah. See?
He also says the Coalition does a great job covering the Power series. So yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they're still on that. I don't know if the show's back now, if they're covering it, but go check it out.
We're still also on the Coalition. We're still covering The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon. Myself, Carlos, and Rich. We're going to be recording, I think, tomorrow.
Oh yes.
Rich gets back to Georgia tomorrow afternoon. So usually we do a recording that night. So we should be good with that. But yeah. Oh man, got it.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
We will see about that. All right, man, we're done here. So make sure you follow Throwdown on Twitch and Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube. Join the Discord. And real quick, I want to give a shout out. We've had a lot more people joining Discord lately. I don't know what's happening, but I'm happy about that. Welcome to the crew. Enjoy all the gaming conversations. Maybe something for you guys to eventually consider, Adam. Having a Discord for the terminal, TV terminal fans.
TV Terminators?
The TV Terminators. Yeah, by the way, Adam, when you can't be on Throwdown, we don't say you're doing TV terminals. We say you're at the TV terminal. You're at the terminal.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's what I'm doing now. I'm like, yo, Adam, what's happening at the TV terminal? It's not only it may not be a physical place, but it's a state of mind.
I do want it to be a physical. When we start making merch, that's what I want. I want it to look like all the images look like a subway terminal, just a terminal, just say a boom, 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 just sitting on the bench.
There you go.
Tablet. There we go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anyway, links for everything down below. Once again, our show is Tony Polanco. And tonight, I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you next time.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
Peace out.
Adam Vale.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
And Brian Manjoma.
Hello, people.
All right, guys, we'll see you on Sunday. Ask us any TGS questions, man, because remember, TGS ain't over yet. So if anything cool happens, hit us up. All right, later.
Laters.